What's up? It is every other Wednesday night here on Three Star Draw. That means it's time for 7's Wild Down South Boys talking toys. I am Down South 77, Three-Star Draw, and with me is the Steelers Championship football from
And
2005.
five. 2006 Super Bowl 2005. Look, it even has a Sports Illustrated tag on it because I still had a subscription to Sports Illustrated, the
Wow.
magazine, and they offered this. You remember when they used to show those commercials and be like, get your collectible Yankees baseball if you subscribe
Yeah.
to Sports Illustrated for 6 months at 2 cents an issue.
If you subscribe now, if you call and order now, we'll send you this free Mark McGuire bat and syringe.
Yes, yes, exactly. That was an official promotion.
So you got your ball with you. Gonna hang on to that for the next little bit for luck, I'm guessing.
Well, I'd have to hang on to it for about another week until or next Monday night. But I might sleep with this football for the next few days. I just might be the most action I've gotten in a while, but I might sleep with this football for the next few days.
I have somewhere in if I have it, it's probably on the hard drive that died. I actually have pictures of us drinking some Fireball with that in the background.
Oh
I
wow,
think
I believe
somewhere.
it. I,
um, yes, they did win and they beat the Ravens. It's always a good time when they beat the Ravens. So
Absolutely. I know nobody came here for
no,
sports ball, but hey,
don't
man, I
worry.
can't help it, dude. I'm a freaking diehard. That's for sure.
So what have you been up to today? Cuz what'd you do? You were off today.
Yeah, not a lot. Just friend's birthday, and kind of went up to go say hello for a few minutes at the workplace, and hang out for a minute. Nothing crazy because had to get back here and get ready. But kind of. I think I've got some funny stuff for later for the kind of theme for tonight. But yeah, other than that, dude, not gonna lie, man. I've been watching, and I don't know if any of you guys watch them. Maybe you do, if you follow football or whatever. But they do the mic'd up stuff where they have
Yeah.
mics on the players and on the sideline, the coaches, stuff like that. And it's so much fun to watch those. And so I've been intermittently throughout the day doing that and reliving Sunday night and listening to the coaches and the players. And I've always wondered and imagined what it would be like to be on a team like that, to be on the sidelines, to be in the game, and those conversations that go on between players and just those
Yeah.
crazy moments and what that must feel like, on top of getting paid a tremendously
Yeah.
incredible amount of money to do it.
An exorbitant amount of money to catch a piece of leather full of air.
And the thing of it is, like, what's crazy about it is, it's what the market will bear, right?
Yeah.
It is a crazy amount of money, but then when you look at the amount of money that's brought in, and you start kind of divvying it all out, it's like, hey, yeah, it makes sense. I guess if you're a great lawyer, you make top of the pay scale as a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Not every job's like that, obviously, but I would suspect the GI Joe team at Hasbro probably makes a good chunk of change doing what they do, especially the last few years since they've been knocking it out of the park for us for consecutive years and pretty damn consistently.
Yeah, you would think, and I mean, just think of all of those other salaries they eliminated, and I mean, they got a
Hey,
piece of each one of those maybe for a
more money in
bonus.
the pot, right?
That's right.
Sadly, I don't want to know what the CEO, makes, or the CFO for that
No,
matter. But yeah, no,
nor
that
do
that
I.
that's about it, man. Just reliving the glory and having my son text me and be like, "Did you watch this video? Did you watch this video?" And I'm like, "What are you doing watching a video of a guy who played 3 years in the league as a backup quarterback breaking down coverages?" It's like, okay, all right, that's cool. I like it.
I guess you've been trying to get him to get into football for
Yeah,
17 years, so I
yeah.
guess better late than never.
I'll
So,
take what I can get.
um,
How
uh, so
about you?
I didn't just went to work. It was very tough beginning of the week this week, going back to work after being off for 12 days.
Yeah.
And going back Monday and just trying to get back in the routine. And the shit I do is the same shit I do every month, and I just been doing it for a long time. And go back, and it's like, what do I do here again?
Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Kind of
uh,
being out of it for just enough time to where it just feels strange to be back. It happens to
yeah,
me even sometimes if I've taken an extra day or something and come back and you're just kind of there's hesitation for a second. You got to get back in
yeah.
the swing of it.
So it's now it is all just a countdown until December 23rd this year when I
Oh,
can do it
wonderful!
again. So
Yeah, wonderful.
I sat down at the end of my vacation with a calendar and start turning in time for that year. So I did that on Sunday.
Right.
Monday morning when my boss went to work, he had a bunch of time off approval emails from me already. So other than that, man, just went to work today most of the way through the week. Same old, same old. So let's go ahead and say what's up to the
Yeah.
chat. We got 14 people in here with us right now. So we'll go ahead and say hi to everybody, see who wanders in and out. So we had Brandon R is here
Hey,
saying, I'm
hey.
here with you, and somehow we'll get through it together.
Great
Shit.
name. Great
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I must agree. U.S. Combat Dojo's here. What's up, evening guys? Got HK Vipers in the house.
Yes.
Same time Toys is here.
Shane.
Shane. Got Checkpoint Bravo Turk Murphy. What's going on, Turk?
AKA Big Turk.
And then let's see. I'm gonna skip over this guy right here.
Get rid of that.
Already said hi to that guy as a dick.
Give him the
Uh,
hook.
Got Bobby Wald here. Good Bobby World.
Got a
Know what
great
we
comment
need?
there. Hmm.
William the Fridge Perry and classified so I can recreate the Super Bowl shuffle. I'll take the entire 85 Steelers.
85 Steelers or 85 Bears?
Or
Because those,
Bears, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, it's
We were
okay.
talking about, yeah, we were talking about Steelers, Bears, 85 Bears.
Totally understood. My sister had their poster on her wall, especially because of Jim McMahon.
Jim McMahon. She was a big Jim McMahon fan.
And I still have that 45 of the Super Bowl Shuffle in a storage tub. And as with all great records, you could flip it over on the other side, and it was instrumental so that you could do the lyrics and the rap or the song with just the music in the background. Great, great times.
We used to dance to that in the front room in there in the formal dining room. Sitting in there, you and I and Troy would be in there doing the Super Bowl shuffle. So let's see. We got Sean Jones is here with us. Yo, Joe Bros, what's up?
Sean.
Nerd Alert's here. What's going on, man?
Nerd alert,
Happy New
nerd
Year.
alert.
Happy New
Hell
Year
yeah.
to you. Sean is a Pats fan, Patriots
Okay.
fan.
Bane of the Steelers' existence, going all the way back to the late 90s. I can promise you
Yep.
that.
Yep. Triple D's toy dungeon. Dave, what's up? It's gonna take me a while to get used to putting that toy in there.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of that every 30-day thing, right?
think so.
Or whatever you can do, kind of mix it up every 30 days, maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. I can't remember what the conditions are on changing your name, but I appreciate it. I do, because, I mean,
Yeah.
mix it up. Why not? You know?
Well, after I was told to pick a name, so I'm
You
just
were
gonna leave it.
This
Yeah.
punk commands.
Keep that in mind for later.
Okay.
Not necessarily the punk part, but keep that
Yeah.
in mind for later. So
All right.
Sean is says he's from Vancouver Island, Canada. Bazooka got him loving the Patriots since '85. Right.
Get it. Yep, that makes total sense.
Got War Chest full of rumors is in the house. What's going on, War Chest? How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
And we got SCS Dog is here saying aloha. What's up?
Very,
Yeah,
very
he just
nice.
couldn't keep up. That's good. Uh, so we have a bunch of randomness we're gonna kind of talk about some things and look at some things. And then for the grand finale, so it's New Year's, so we did some resolutions for some GI Joe characters, and mine are pretty funny and actually wound up following a theme that I didn't realize till I was about halfway done with them. So, you know how we do it over here, it's not serious at all. So, and then we actually picked some things from 2025 that we would replace with something else we wanted from GI Joe. So, and it had to be something that come out in 2025. It's too easy to go back to 2023 and say, that Falcon replace, get rid of Falcon. No, it's got to be stuff from last year, and there wasn't much bad stuff from last year.
No, no, that was difficult, actually.
I had music going, and I don't know where it went. Maybe I took it off a loop.
You know, one thing I noticed is if you have music going on StreamYard, I found this out randomly. If you're using StreamYard and I'm in stereo, I select stereo audio for every stream I have. But I had somebody that actually probably was the first time they ever watched one of my streams, and hi, it's me actually. And what was funny
Okay.
is he was like, mono is a bold choice, and I'm like, mono, what are you talking about? And I noticed that when I had Otis McDonald playing in the band in the background on Sunday nights, my
Yeah,
audio swapped to mono.
that's weird.
It was, yes. So for
It's
those of you that
weird.
use StreamYard and do your streams, let me know if you experience something else. But when I went back and listened to the stream, as soon as I cut the music off, my audio went back to stereo. It was the strangest thing.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
big deal.
Well, I
First
don't.
world problems, but
Yeah, right. I don't know. I don't just be glad it was in functioning in some form, I guess.
yeah,
I don't know if I didn't hit loop or if it kicked it off when the
probably
theme
didn't.
song
Yeah.
started. So I don't know. What's up? Tony's Figs in the house. What's
Big
up,
tone.
homies? And we got Kenzo's Creations in the house. What's up,
Hey,
Kenny?
what's up?
How's it going? How you doing? Let's see. Let's see here. Let me see what I got. Have you gotten anything new? You got any new stuff lately?
Um, no, not really. And one thing you did remind me of, and I didn't realize, was that the number 5 out of 5 uh, Dreadnought War, the GI Joe comic, the fifth issue out of that limited series or whatever storyline came out today, and would have gotten that maybe had I known before you had said something. I might have ran by there. I'll get it tomorrow, but no, not really that I can think of. I don't believe so. The scan, you'd think I would remember, but whatever. No big deal. It's you get a lot more new stuff than I do. That's for sure. I almost went to Target and made just a quick run. I got a gift card. We all like those gift cards. And I thought
Yeah.
about going up there, and if I came across, for some weird reason, one of their exclusives maybe, or something I didn't have, I might scoop it up, but I just didn't make it by there. So what about you, as we say hello to the one, the only, lovely, and talented Matthew Matson? What's up?
Nerds. What's up, Matthew? You doing? No, I have not gotten anything since last week. Um I don't like I mentioned last week. I don't have anything pre-ordered right now other
Yeah.
than I forgot that I do have a couple of Mythic Legions pre-ordered from one of the upcoming waves, but like I got nothing, and I haven't picked anything up. I did go in two Walmarts today, just I had time and I was near them, and I thought, what the hell, I'll go in and One of them was the one that has the display, and I've seen some people say that the displays have been coming down in some of those stores because they were really only supposed to be up, as I understand it, through October, which is weird because it's right before Christmas. Why not leave it up? But it seems like most of the stores did leave it up, and so I always try to go by that one because that's the only one that I've ever seen Crystal Ball at. It's the only one I've ever
Yeah.
seen Ghost Viper. They've always got the new Marvel Legends stuff. So I'll run in there and check that one out. And they actually still have like 6 crystal balls, and they actually did have one Ghost Viper today. Last 2 times I've checked, they hadn't had any.
I would have used a gift card probably to scoop him up if I saw him.
Yeah, it's a good figure.
Yep, yeah. I You convinced me on that one.
Matthew saying I have a few Mythic pre-orders. I feel like it's 3 years between pre-orders and delivery, and that is the thing about Mythic Legions and things like Mythic Legions. When you order that, like that stuff you pay for, like you pay for
Yeah.
it up front. So it's so long between when you order it and when it shows up, it feels like you're getting a free gift, even though you've probably been paying interest on it for 18 months already. But
Right, but you can trick yourself, right?
yeah,
You can totally
that's what I
trick
do.
yourself into that. Yeah, I think we all do it in some shape, form, or fashion, right? I mean, just
Um, and let's see, SCS Dog saying one Walmart in his town still has it up, one never had it. That's the only one near me that I go to that had it.
I didn't see it at all.
And Dave in his magical Walmart, his magical Mississippi Walmart, saw Grim Viper and the polar bear set at Walmart. That's so I was kind of hoping they had that because I've determined that I want that polar bear now. And somebody the other night at the end of Punk's stream, and sorry I don't remember who it is, but we were talking about it, and they found it, I think, on Amazon that day and said he got it for like $50 because Amazon's been having these coupons, and he hit it just at the time of day that it had a coupon for it and got it for like $50. It's like, dude, I got Amazon gift cards for Christmas, and the only thing I've bought so far is a book. So, but
You
no
know,
dice when I looked at it.
and I don't know about you guys in the chat. You can let me know, but I'm really terrible about hanging on to a gift card and not making a decision with it. And we'll
Yes.
sit, and just sit there and sit on it. Now, none of the ones I get lose value because they generally are like Amazon or maybe a Target or something. But yeah, I'll sit on it and sit on it. It'll be like 10 months. I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot I got this Target gift card. Or even scratching off the Amazon gift card to put it in the balance,
Yeah.
you know? And I actually had bought something for Christmas for somebody and completely forgot that I actually had money on the balance when I bought it. But I'm terrible about that, and I just can't make up my mind what I want to get, and I'll just sit there and I just won't even use the gift card at all until finally I'm forced to.
I've got 2 things I've been checking Amazon for to catch a sale, and one is the snake eyes and the polar bear, and the other one is the Gargantos,
Yeah,
the eye tentacle hentai dude. So
I want that snake eyes, and not just for the polar bear, but I know a lot of people why they want it just for that.
yeah.
But the mass device stuff, I'm all in, man. I do. I love that shit.
And I've checked Target, waiting on the divers to hit clearance because they gotta. The Target that I go to had so many of them. The peg was full, and then they had like 4 just randomly stuck somewhere else.
Beautiful.
And I'm like,
Beautiful.
and I went and I scanned the divers, the legacy Popo, and was the maybe Desert
Frag.
Scorpion. Desert Scorpion.
Okay.
To see if they were on clearance in the store, and none of them were. And this was like this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a couple more folks to say hi to.
Hell
Paul
yeah.
Morales is here.
Hey, Paul.
And a 6'10 Yojo Daddy's in the house. What up?
Big feller. And
Big fella right there.
I saw one Clint Jorgensen sliding up into DMs one time.
Let's see.
He's in there.
Clint.
Trust me, he's everywhere.
There he is. There's Clint. Technically that Dragon you won is on pre-order. Again, something from Mythic Legions that I forgot is coming. I didn't forget that's coming. Not a chance. And Bobby saying he saw photos of the polar bear snake eyes on clearance. I have too, but those Walmart pictures that you see people post in the groups, like, I believe all of them because Walmart is so random, and we've talked about that before. Like, the stores that don't carry the stuff will get it, and they don't have space for it, so they just mark it down and slap it in and throw it in the clearance aisle. And one of the Walmarts that I did go to today, I went to just for that because it's a very big Walmart, but they don't carry Joe's, and they always have toys on their clearance section. So, and I have seen Joe's that they do not carry anymore in their clearance aisle. So, like, I saw the whole Frag Viper. I saw that whole wave once there, and they were marked down to like $23.76. Like,
Man,
I'm not gonna bother.
It is nice to every now and then scan something and it come up at like a clearance price or some wacky something that happens for some reason, and so you actually win for once in your life. About every 6 to 10 months a year.
Well, that's Target. Like, if there's anything you want in Target in toys, go scan it, because you never know.
No, you're right.
You can't trust their website.
There was a children's 5 and it's probably 3 and up DJ thing I found.
You talked about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought I did, and me and Aiden had so much fun with that thing, sitting there in Target for like 15. I mean, it was like 15 straight minutes making beats off this thing, and if it wasn't $50, and it did one of those where it was like $34.99, maybe $20, I might have picked it up. I'm not kidding. It was that addictive, and it's made for 3-year-olds. It was so much fun.
So
that I would get.
I went to look for that for you for Christmas, and I couldn't find it.
It might have sold out.
I only had one day to go look for it, and the Target that I went to, they didn't have it.
I absolutely would have lost it, dude. And Aiden, yes, he would have lost it too. He absolutely would have lost it as well. If you guys see it at Target, it's on the aisle that has more of the 3 to 5-year-old play, whatever. It's a few aisles down from the actual stuff we look at. But it's got the little scratching, what looks like vinyl on it, and it's got a bunch of buttons. And it is so much fun for something like that. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I went back and I went and looked for it, and I'm like, I can't find it.
That's great.
Turk saying both of his local Walmarts have had 0 Joes since Shipwreck was out. That was about the time that they stopped carrying them, was because Shipwreck and Rock and Roll clogged pegs, and you still had the retro card Walmart
Lady
exclusives,
J, right?
So that was the cluster that caused most of the Walmarts to quit carrying Joes, was that wave, which coincidentally is the wave that got me into classified.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But at the same time, Turk, that was common. I remember that dry spell where every time you went to Walmart, there was nothing except for Lady J hanging on a peg, You might
Gung
get like
Ho,
his
probably.
or Destro.
Destro.
And yeah, that was maybe a Duke. I can't remember, but nonetheless, yeah, that's all they had, and it seemed like what was forever, like 2 years or something. That's all they
Yeah,
had hanging
that
on
was
one peg, and that's it.
and then after that, it was just nothing. It was empty after that.
I guess they've gotten a little better. They did have some stuff when I was there last, but around my parts, it's not much better there or Target.
Yeah.
And I just really hate that, man. I remember watching what's now Secret Galaxy, and in my early days of looking at toy collecting videos, he HCC 788 was probably the first one that really turned me on to watching some. And then when I found Toy Galaxy, I got really hooked on those videos because they looked good, they sounded good. He's funny. I mean, he's a funny guy, especially on camera for that channel. And and I remember watching a video of his that was talking about because of COVID, how things had really gotten not only pricier and harder to find because it was all obviously nothing in person, but also trying to go on the toy hunt. And that you just couldn't find stuff. And I distinctly remember sitting in the car and taking the time to watch that video. And it was, I wasn't into collecting at that time really, except for maybe a couple, first couple classifieds, maybe. But I just distinctly remember watching that video, and then I saw firsthand how out of control it had gotten with pricing and inventory and the toy hunt that was really such a big part of collecting, right?
And then the dry spell around that time that just kind of wiped out all of the fun. So just looking through a couple comments, Shane saying Shipwreck was the first Joe he got in the store. Mine was first one I got in the store was Tiger Force Duke.
Okay.
And Python Patrol Officer.
I like that figure.
And I do too. Python Patrol Bat. No, I didn't get the bat. I got like 4 that weekend or that fan. I had already ordered the regular bat off of Amazon, but the first ones that I got in the store. So what happened was, told the story a few times, but like I had told you'd tried to get me into classified, and I told you if they ever make these figures, then I will start buying them, because when I jump in with both feet. And then you text me that Tuesday and sent me a link that they had announced Scrap Iron, and it was Shipwreck and all of those guys. So ordered them, and then that night I ordered the bat because I'd already seen it, because I got you the bat.
Yep.
For I think your birthday or something right before then.
Yep.
And then before the bat got here, I went that weekend and got like 4 or 5 at Target.
Yeah. Once you jumped in, you jumped all in.
For a while, I'm starting to take 1 foot back out, but yeah. So Ripper for Shane, Destro for Sean. I'm boxed classified Destro or retro. And then Dave says Snake Eyes movie Scarlet was my first.
Yeah, that one's not bad. I didn't care for that Baroness figure, and I wasn't really crazy about the Snake Eyes or the Storm Shadow, especially like an unmasked, I think, Snake Eye. And forgive me if they included another head and all that, because I just remember those because the movie was just so meh that it's like, every time you'd see a classified box, it was like, hell yeah, and then you'd see number 18 and 19. On the side.
That was the other thing clogging the shelves, was all of those damn movie figures. They refused the clearance.
Every time I saw those, those couple numbers, 2 or 3 numbers, and I was like, damn it, I got fooled again.
Or there'll be like one boxed figure, and then you start looking through them, and the rest of them are all the movie figures, like the 20, what was it, like 29 or 19, I don't even remember. It was early, like 17, 16, 17, 18,
Yes,
19, I
yeah.
think. So
Which is so
um
funny to think about, and I get it why they would go in on those, right, and do those movie figures. And that was all pre-done, right? They'd already planned on that, coinciding with the movie and everything. And I'm
yeah.
sure once it was screened for these upper, management and all that kind of, they probably were like, like,
Yeah.
but that was already tied in. And but as we all came to find out, it was like, nah, man, these aren't the Joes we want, right? Like
No.
this little misstep here to the side, is exactly that. Let's get
Yeah.
back to what, let's get on task here, right?
Let's
Um,
get back to these.
and as Matthew says, like they're not. I'm not saying they're all bad, right? I mean, scale wise, it's just that yeah, there you go. It's not that they're all bad in that respect, I'm for sure. But at the same time, it's like, I guess, just the taste of that movie,
Yeah.
right? The taste of that movie is the part of it for me that's just
A little
hard to kind
sour.
of, you know. But yeah, man.
When I got those, I got them all at Ollie's because they had all five of them, and they were
Yeah, you told me.
$5. Yeah,
Yeah.
and and I actually bought an extra movie Snake Eyes because it's a pretty good figure. Just ditch the not Snake Eyes head sculpt, and the figure actually looks pretty good. But by the time I got them, I already had one of the Snake Eyes and Timbers by the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
I picked them up. And I was like, I don't really, those two figures are both so good. I don't really have a reason to open this movie Snake Eyes. I've still got two boxed ones. What's up,
Yeah.
Frank?
Yeah, Big Frank. So I will tell you guys something. I was really freaking excited when I got the Baroness and the coil, because I actually really dig that combo. And part of the reason I was so excited when I did get it was because I remember being at Target, and I went up there, took my mom and my son up there to go shopping for maybe school supplies or something like that. And I remember seeing Breaker and the Ram on a clearance end cap. And I was sitting there and I was like, man, I remember seeing this dude like not long ago. I didn't grab him. It's the only one they got, and I'm there. And look, I don't care who you are. You're there with your mom. You're like, 48 years old or 47. You know what I mean? And then we're shopping for school supplies, getting some stuff for my son. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to grab this. It's like, nah, man, I better not grab this son of a bitch. Now, you guys don't know my mom. A lot of your moms may not give a shit. They wouldn't say anything. They wouldn't give you no hell for it. I can tell you mine would. So it's one of those things where it's like I made that decision. I was like, no, I ain't going. I'll just put him back on the shelf. I'll find him at some point in time. But it was on clearance.
Yeah.
And it was, obviously I don't even know what he goes for these days. I got him at some point down the line. But yeah, that moment there was like, hey, man, I think I'm going to grab. And then it was just so funny because I'm like, no, I'm going to put him back.
Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it on the way back. No.
Just even the conversation, like, what are you getting?
Yeah.
And all that. It was like, no,
Why are
man,
you buying that?
Oh, yeah.
You about 40 years too old for that?
You already know it. You know it. Oh,
And
so
that
funny.
thing, so and after those hit clearance and dried up, they went through the roof on that
Exactly.
one and the Baroness coil both. Now that they've come back down to earth now, but
Yes.
even when I got into the line, so that first year when just a few months after I had gotten my first figures, and Purple Elf and I went to the Kentuckiana show, and that was where I got my breaker and ram. And I think I paid something like 65 or 70 bucks for it, and that at the time for it was a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
Like it that like I got it super cheap. I got a lot of good deals at that show. Terry Ruin was a vendor at that show. He goes to all of them. Island Viper Action Media Figures, I think now on is on Circle of Jerks, and I had seen him on YouTube, and I thought that he looked familiar, but I wasn't on YouTube yet, and like I wasn't sure if it was him because I was just really starting to branch out and watch all of that stuff. That was when I still thought Viper Island was cool. So uh I was like, I think that dude's on YouTube. And then of course it was him, but I bought several figures from him at that show in 23. And matter of fact, that was where I got my Destro and Scarlet. I think I got Duke from him, like those first ones.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Mm-hmm.
them from Terry at that show. So, but all of those early figures were sky high, and he had really fantastic prices on them. And I hadn't. That's when I was going back and starting to pick up the first figures, and all of those figures were so expensive. I didn't have any of them yet. And so I bought most of those early, like 1 through like 15 or whatever figures I was missing
Yeah.
from Terry.
Yeah, it is kind of funny how, and you would think, and some of them are, but you would think that like those first few that they started putting out, that some of those would be like the most expensive, if that makes sense. But it's not always the case, right?
Yeah.
It's just it's for various reasons, different ones, and why this one is or that one is, But you'd think just out of, and I guess that's the difference between collecting now and collecting stuff from the '80s, right? '70s,
Yeah.
'80s. The earlier stuff generally hard to get, the condition that it's in, and all that. Whereas now, obviously, it hasn't been out that long and whatever. But it always amazes me sometimes, y'all, that like what skyrockets and what doesn't.
Yeah.
I just sometimes get really surprised at what it is that just becomes the hot thing.
Yeah. It's funny sometimes just the way you're like, well, I saw that and didn't didn't think anything about it. And now it's even that maybe it's not that it's worth so much, but it's like, well, I thought I'd be able to find that again. I didn't think that would be something that was gonna sell out everywhere, and you never see it. Sets up the Viper Scout here,
Yes.
and
Viper Scout.
and Dave saying my mom is the type to say, "Get it, you might not see it again." See, that was my mom, and his
Yeah.
mom and my mom were sisters and
Mm-hmm.
polar opposites.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that would have been my mom, and like, well, you want it, you better get it.
And look, there's good and bad to that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all would understand that, considering the fact of what we do like to buy and get. I'd say there's good and bad parts to that for sure. Yeah, Shadow Tracker Shane is one of those ones that for me, I guess in the rearview mirror, because he was in my top 10 when we did our top 10 list that year. Shadow Tracker was in that top 10, and it was because I got convinced with yours.
Such a good figure.
And so that was one of those ones that, for me it was like, damn.
And he crept up too. Of course, Walmart exclusive. So yeah, I highlighted that. I knew you was gonna grab that. So Matthew's comment there. So hold on, I'll put you on full screen.
This is one of them. Now, I did transform it back into the helmet, but you can see up there, if it'll clear up. I know I've got my camera on autofocus, but this is the Transformer NFL crossover. They're not great. I'm not going to try to transform this guy in real time because it would embarrass myself and it would take forever. But to put him on the shelf, I did put him back in helmet form. But I probably will, and I thought about transforming him back to the toy part. But look, they are what they are, right, Matthew? I don't think anybody thought that it would these would be, something amazing. I was hoping to be a little bigger. But I didn't look at the specs on the pack, on when I ordered it. But when you sent me the link to it, I was like, yeah, hello.
Yeah. And Matthew brings that up because I just got, you guys, I'm sure all got it too, the email from Pulse about these helmets, and because they come out last year. They went up for pre-order last year, and like you said, I sent you the link and I never thought about it again. And then you sent me the picture that day when it come in, and what did I say? I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I forgot all about those things.
Yeah.
And then here, was it Monday? I got the email, or maybe yesterday, whenever this week, I got the email about the Transformer helmets again, and I'm like, oh man, I bet they come out with some new teams, and it's the same teams that they had last year. I thought they were making some new teams, but it's the Packers, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, and the Steelers, right?
Yeah, pretty kind of classic teams, old school teams, big fan bases. I mean, look, if you're going to do them, target the fan bases that have the most fans. So you think about the Steelers and the Cowboys, that's two easy ones. The Packers, long time, right? Long time, traditional fan base, franchise, and also the Chiefs as well. So, makes perfect sense to me. I think if they did all the teams, all 32, I think they would definitely have a lot of peg warmers, so to speak.
Yeah.
But a Patriots one wouldn't surprise me. For sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do Patriots.
Especially just because of their recent, success. And I say recent, but, 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And, most recent, dynasty we've had. And so, yeah, I'm a little surprised that they didn't do more teams. Wouldn't be surprised if they added a couple more, but no, I don't think they could do. Do you think anybody would buy a Tennessee Titans?
Not this season.
I mean, shit, not most seasons, and does somebody want the New York Jets, right? I mean, just horrifically bad franchise, top to bottom, year after year. No, I can't see that.
Nope. Say what's up to Mark Harkness.
Hey, Mark.
And, glad to catch this. Just moved 3,000 miles to Georgia and finally have some internet. Where were you before, and where in Georgia did you move to? If you don't want to say, that's fine. That's within big convention meeting up and saying what's up distance. So where were you before 3,000 miles? You had to been on the Washington State or something. And then Shane saying he never didn't see it, like the Range Viper, talking about Shadow Tracker, and Dave saying missed both of them. That I guarantee you there was not a store within 200 miles of us that ever had either of them in stock when they were out. Shadow Tracker and Range at the times they come out. No, not a damn chance.
No, I agree. You wouldn't have found those around here, that's for sure. And I'll be honest with you, and again, this sounds absolutely terrible. Man, I can't remember if I actually picked up Shadow Tracker. I can't remember. He might be somewhere. He might be somewhere.
I know you passed on him, and then when you saw mine, you liked him, and I don't remember if you went back and ordered him or not.
I might have. Yeah, I know. It sounds terrible, but I honestly can't tell you whether or not that I have him. I almost think that I did end up going back and snagging him.
He's such a good figure.
But you're right.
I just wish they give him the net, but other than that.
Yeah, that would have been a cool accessory for sure. And as Viper Scott says, a Bears helmet. It wouldn't surprise me if they did. That's another right traditional, classic, huge
Yeah,
fan base. A Bears
the
helmet,
Bears.
classic logo, right? I think that's the other part, right? If you're gonna do them like just those classic old school logos that have been around forever, work really well.
Yeah,
But
Chiefs.
but yes, as Matthew says, they're not amazing
No,
figures.
they're
But
they're good to
they
put
are
on the
cool.
shelf besides your Sports Illustrated Super Bowl ball.
Yeah, and actually, they don't come with guns or anything like that, but you can put the football. It's got a peg sticking off the side of the football or the bottom of it, and you can stick the football in their hand, and so at least you've got like something, right?
Yeah,
That you can do with it.
you,
Yeah,
you can put.
triple D. What's that?
I was gonna say you can put him on the shelf with Big Lob here in a few weeks, maybe.
Heck yeah.
Football and the basketball.
Yeah, the it's funny now we've got
I was right.
NFC North fight going on in the chat, and then Triple D says, "Yeah, Redskins helmet." Yeah, I don't think you're going to be seeing that one, but you're right. That is a classic, beautiful logo.
Yeah,
Truly.
it was. Put that next to Spirit. And
Hell
had
yeah.
freedom perched on there. Mark, I was right. Mark, I was in Vancouver, across from Portland. Now I'm in
Okay.
Bonaire. I was I
Ball
was
now.
right. I was correct.
Beautiful.
And I see him down there in the chat, so gotta say what's up
Oh,
to
he's
my
there.
bro. Crusty old crow, the crusty old crow.
Who knows? He might be moving 3,000 miles south here in a few years. You never know what life will throw at you.
Won't
You
even need a
might be down.
passport.
You might be going down to Bon now, or you might be going down to Bon Ton.
Oh God, Sookie, Sookie.
Sookie. Let's go to
Crow just
Bon
laughed
Ton.
after I said he won't need a passport. He just like, oh, fuck this, and he just left. So let's see. Yeah, we got Go Pack Go and Bear Down.
Yeah, it's an NFC North showdown going on right now, isn't it? That's cool. I love it. Hey man, I love it. I am a freaking fanatic, so I really love my football, man. So what? We got any little news? We got any little pictures or anything you want to bring up? Anything you liked that's out and about or?
Well, I was gonna go off topic for a minute, and
Let's do it.
it's gonna talk about a show, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. I just want to see, because we got 21 people, 19 people. Somebody just was like, "Nope, don't even want to hear it." Hit that like if y'all don't mind, helps in that
Smash it.
algorithm.
Smash.
But not gonna go too far off in the weeds, but I just wondering who out there watched Stranger Things.
Okay.
You and Matthew had a pretty good discussion on it last night.
We did.
Pretty fun discussion that kept me up an hour later than usual listening to you guys on the evening blend. Just wondering who in the chat watched the end of the season 5 and saw the end of Stranger Things. I don't want to spoil anything here. I don't want to get a big spoiler. I was just wondering who watched it and what you thought of it on a scale of 1 to 10. So I messaged Matthew last night, and I don't know if he ever said it. I don't know if I because I was getting tired, and I don't know.
Okay.
I'd messaged him when you were on and was like, I'd like to see what the chat thinks on a scale of 1 to 10 that watched it. So just wondering who watched it and what you thought on a scale of 1 to 10.
I am curious because this chat definitely is a bit different than the one. I mean, don't get me wrong, because obviously there is some crossover. We do share some folks, and of that, I and I'm sure Matthew are very appreciative of that because it's not a toy show, and it's not a
Yeah.
G.I. Joe or a specific show. It is, kind of random pop culture and stuff. So very appreciative of those who will come over and watch for sure. And so I know how some of the folks feel about it, but I'm curious for those that maybe I didn't see last night, how if they watched it, how they felt about Stranger Things.
So I
There's a
see you
few
got
rolling in.
got some starred here. So
Yeah.
go through them. Shane said nope. Viper Scout said saw the first 2 seasons. That was enough for me. Those were probably first season.
The
Was
first
great.
one. Yeah, the
The
second
first
one was
great.
probably I could see a lot of people dropping off after season
Yeah.
2, to be honest with you.
Crow said, watched it and wondered, are there any tears I feel I need to shed for this? There were not. I got a little, I got a little misty when they did the final around the table, just knowing that I'm not gonna see any more of these guys. So, Dave lost interest in season 2. Matthew, wait, where's my secret episode? That was supposed to drop today. Pop and I talked about that earlier. Did not. Crow says 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Viper Scout, not a horror fan. Nostalgia wore off quickly. Okay, you did ask, only a few answered. By the time, because I remember typing Matthew, check your Instagram, and by the time I did that, Ambien was already working. So
Okay.
Watched all seasons, better ending than a lot of shows, not the greatest. See, I agree with that.
I agree too.
It was some of the other ones, like I'm always gonna go back to Dexter, Game of Thrones for like the worst 2 endings ever.
And you know what?
It was better than both of them.
You reminded me of Dexter and how supremely disappointed that I was in that. I forgot all about that. I'm glad you mentioned it because that was so disappointing.
Poor Dexter.
I've heard the new one is really great though. Resurrection?
I haven't even thought really much about watching it. But
I have heard
like
it
you,
is great.
I've heard that it is good from people that I've seen that have been watching it. Carlos is here, said never watched Stranger Things.
And that's understandable.
We watched for Matthew. Just like Westworld, 1 season and done. Westworld, yes, but Stranger Things, it needed more seasons, but I think they probably could have done everything they did in 4 seasons instead of 5.
Originally intended for only 1 season. So you can imagine they had to just kind of make it up as they were going along. They did not have a map when they got started. Crow. That's
a paranoid gay kid cry for so long about everything in the world for so long.
It's you're not alone in that sentiment from a lot of people.
HK Viper says give it a 6-ish. It was an okay ending. At least they ended it now. True. And Dave saying the new Dexter is good. So I may give it a shot.
And lest us forget, Lost also did have a bad ending, and for that I was also very disappointed because I did invest in Lost heavily, very heavily, as I did Dexter, as I did Game of Thrones. I invested very heavily in those shows. So, we don't have to go too crazy off topic, other than to say, look, it's hard. It's hard to bring the plane in on the runway. Number one, when you don't have a complete map of what it is you want to do, it doesn't mean that you can't alter it a little bit here if the fans take a liking to a certain character in the middle of a third season, or then you maybe adjust that and you give them a little more screen time, you give them a little bit more to do, and we've seen that in other shows. When you don't have a roadmap, when you start this thing out and it's only intended for 1 season, then when people are put to the test and they have to try to, especially a show like this that has so much lore and characters and keeps expanding, To
Yeah.
try to bring all that home in a satisfactory way is so difficult. And only those that are supremely talented can probably get that done. And those are far and few between, man.
Yeah. I agree. No, I liked it overall. So I asked everybody the question, but I didn't answer it. So
Yeah.
I land for season 5, probably somewhere about a 7 for me.
Okay.
It was better than middle of the road, but it wasn't great. Like it, just to see how it wrapped up. I just wanted to see. I wanted to see how they ended it, and I did get I did get a profile made on Purple Elf's Netflix. So she's like, I'm gonna make you a profile, and I was like, sweet. So I sat down Saturday night at like I started at like 7 or 7:30, something like that, and I watched four. I think I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes, and then I finished it on Sunday. So I watched it all in, like a half a day, a day.
Right.
Um, so I wanted to go ahead and get through it, and I wanted to see it, watch it all while I was off, because I knew I was going back to work. And then shows I watch, during the week, is like if I don't watch it all now, it'll be forever before I can finish it. So um, I liked it. There's things that I wish were done a little differently. Things I wish were buttoned up a little tighter. I don't mind the ending, and I don't really mind what we saw for the characters that were, what they are going on to do. Like some of them were kind of like, but overall, I didn't really mind. So
Yeah, I just wonder if the chat feels the same way. Is this kind of the last, maybe culturally relevant, maybe water cooler ish, which is kind of a something that doesn't even really make sense anymore to a lot of people. But when you come to work the next day and you kind of gather around the microwave in the office kitchen, or you kind of gather around a water cooler, so to speak, to say, hey, did you see, last night's episode? Did you see? Um, do, is this kind of maybe one of the last few culturally relevant shows, like a Breaking Bad, like a Game of Thrones, like a Lost, or a something like that? You think this may be kind of the end of that era, so to speak, and hard to draw people in on, so invest, because we get burned so often.
I don't think it's the last, but I mean, I think there will be something else, but they're getting much fewer and farther between, than
Yeah.
stuff that we used to have. Like you mentioned, a lot of those shows that were on at the same time, in the 10 years ago, 12 years ago, some of those really good shows that were all on at once: Breaking
Yeah.
Bad, Game of Thrones, True Blood was wrapping up, Walking Dead
Mm-hmm.
was going super strong then. So they're going to come around, but they're going to be fewer and farther between. I liked the whole vibe of the Stranger Things series. I liked, because 80s, right? Nostalgia, even though a lot of what we remember was not as glossy as it was in that show, there was still a lot of things to be like, oh man, that's awesome. I remember when. And then being a horror aficionado and sci-fi, like it was right up my alley. They just kind
Right.
of drug it out a bit, I thought.
Yeah. It's Yeah, I just wonder. You're right. These things are far and few between. They become farther and few between with just streaming instead of network
Yeah.
television and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's really hard. And yeah, I mean, look, Matthew's right. Like trying to, and Landman is a show. I've told him, it's not that I don't want to talk about it. It's not that I don't want to watch it, because what I have seen from season 1 is fantastic. It's just that psychologically, I'm not just like, man, I got to plug in. I got to plug into it. I got to jump
Yeah.
into it. I will say there's a lot more people interested in the Fallout show than I really truly thought would be interested in the Fallout show. And that took me by surprise, that there really are, like, it is a talking point quite a bit. Now, we'll see after this season. But, that show surprised me that many people are interested, and that you see it kind of, at least every episode that comes out, you do see a little bump from social media and stuff like that.
When do the new episodes of Fallout drop? What day?
It came out yesterday, I believe. So the newest one is out. So I believe it is.
While y'all were on last night, because
Yeah.
I looked before. I was going to watch it before you guys went on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it drops on Tuesday, and just seeing like SCS Dog says, "Hey, I like Fallout 2." Dave, Triple D likes it too. A lot of people are like, "Hey, I never played the game, but this show's kind of kooky, crazy, goofy."
That's me,
and that's what people like. I love the games, and therefore I'm just a sucker. I am the target audience, but they've made it accessible for people, and for that, I appreciate. It has some weird stuff, and there, writing is a little suspect, but I think we have to almost. I hate to admit this, I don't want to accept it, but I almost feel like we almost have to accept the fact that the quality writers that are out there making these shows are very thin. And, the ones that do have great writing, like a Landman, really stand out, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
they really stand out.
They're so sparse that when they do something, it's elevated so much above everything else that's out.
It really is, and you can tell. I mean, you can tell when you watch something.
Yeah, if you watch a lot of series, a lot of stuff, you can definitely tell when you get to something. And I 100% agree with HK Viper.
Yep.
Too many platforms. We got rid of cable for streaming to go back to play the cable game again, repackaged. My favorite meme, and I have it saved, but I don't know where, is the Revenge of the Sith. Obi-Wan and Anakin. Obi-Wan saying to Anakin, you were supposed to destroy cable, not join it.
I remember that. Yes. It's a more expensive a la carte. We all wanted a la carte cable because we didn't want to pay for Lifetime and Hallmark and all this bullshit. And what we get in the end is a crazy expensive a la carte cable that ultimately ends up giving you all the cable channels. You just have to go through a million different ways and forget your password and re-sign in, and then and then they want to send you, put this code in, and then you're not at home, so you got to make sure you're are you the person? It's just
scan the fucking QR code on your TV. I'm like, oh god. I'm glad I'm not the only one that picked up on that, Dave. I'm glad they tired the Desert Scorpion. Fall. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, oh no, where's Ahmed? That's the first thing I thought.
That is great
when I saw that. But yeah, man, the whole streaming thing. So I think the best thing that's out there right now is Disney, Hulu, and Paramount for $20 or $21. It's probably the best out there.
Yeah, if you can bundle it even for however long you can, you'll take it. And there's even a deal I think you could grab. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like for $1 you could get Stars for 6 months for like $1 freaking right around Christmas. I don't watch much on Stars at all, but that's a pretty good deal for $1.
It's worth it just to binge watch Black Sails.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, now I will tell you, yes, I agree. This comment, I just had this conversation yesterday at work, HK, and it is the damn truth. I just talked to a guy, we were talking about this very subject, and he literally was like, dude, he said, I sat there and I scrolled through Netflix for 45 minutes looking for something to watch, and I ended up watching nothing. and he's like, I spent 45 minutes just scrolling through, wanting to find something, and ultimately ended up cutting it off. And I think he said something like he turned his Xbox or he went, to his computer to play a game. It was so funny, but that's so true. People do it all the time.
I do it. I do it the most looking for something to have on in the background. And I always wind up going back. There's only a few shows that I've seen, but like I can't have something on that I'm too interested in, because if I want it in the background, because then I get stuck watching it. So I do that all the time with like, no, I'm gonna want to pay attention to that. Or what I hate is when I've got 3 or 4 series that I'm trying to watch, and I can't remember which one. Like wasn't there something else I watch, and then
Yes.
you wind up doom scrolling looking for something, and whether you pick it or you don't, and then the next day you're like, oh shit, Mayor of Kingstown, and you look and there's a new episode you could have watched last night, but you can't remember which show it was. That happens,
And then
all the time.
you have to get ready for a stream, so then you don't have time to watch it. And you're like, well, maybe I'll watch it afterwards, and then you pass out because you took some Ambien, and then you're like, well, that ain't happening. Maybe I'll catch it tomorrow, but then you end up watching YouTube more than you do, and it's just
then there's another stream.
It's just a freaking, you know what I mean, right? It is crazy. Definitely want to say hello to the one and only It's Jay Gonzo. What's up, Gonzo?
Yeah, easier to watch the rolling guide. Till there was like 300 channels.
It's goofy, dude. This whole thing is goofy. And I know nobody came here to hear us talking about the cable TV, cut the cable, cut the cord and all that stuff. But sometimes we just got to kind of go off topic a little bit, right? I mean, it's like us just having our conversations that we have. And, we don't have any Joes in hand, right? So every now and then it's all right. If you guys are okay with it, indulge us, and if not, trust me, man, we will always try to, get back to what you guys want to hear for sure. But yeah,
and we are going to do that momentarily. Wraith Mace in the house. What's up, Wraith? We are the Hammer.
Yeah, man.
So what we're realizing now, after with this discussion about cable and stuck streaming and paying for all this shit, what we realize now is
you done fucked up, that don't you?
They absolutely
we all of us.
Yeah.
All of us. So matter of fact, I feel, let's see. Let me find it. Oh no, I took it off. Well, never mind. Must have took it off of here. I was gonna say I felt like Duke and Snake Eyes catching a beating, but I must have moved it somewhere. I love playing Duke and Snake Eyes catching a beating. But I guess I took it off when I had to delete some stuff. Oh no, there it is.
Yep, that's what I think. That's what we all feel like, trying to fight against the inevitable crush of 8 different streaming services being automatically withdrawn every month.
Every time. And Dave, hadn't watched the latest Fallout yet. Maybe after this. And Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess, has joined us. What's up,
Hello.
Allison?
Hello.
Coming from her newly decorated space, her new she shed.
Lovely.
She's been working on. Let's see. Oh yeah, look, Matthew talking about Tron. She says, "God help us, that was such a snooze fest." Nobody wants to look at Jared Leto. It could have been worse, Allison. They could have put Moby in it. And there he is, right on cue.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Punk with toys.
The one and only, lovely and talented.
What's going on, Lawrence?
Magical and mysterious.
She is working on it, she says. So, and Ray says he canceled everything except Disney Plus for the kids. Get all my entertainment news from YouTube.
And look, folks, let's not kid ourselves. You can find these shows. And I would tell you, I guess back when Lars Ulrich was complaining about Napster and pitching a bitch and all that, I got it then. But these days, I'm sorry, but Disney Plus, Paramount, HBO Max, Apple Plus, shit, TV, Premium Plus, Premium, and whatever the hell else, they can kiss my ass. I will find their shows and I will watch them by jumping in a boat. I mean, I'm sorry. I just, at this point, it's like I have no problem doing it. Years ago, I might have had a little more respect, I guess, or whatever, but no, I have no problem doing it. And, doing whatever I have to do to watch what I need to watch. I have no issues anymore. And I wouldn't talk crap to anybody who chose to do that as well.
Mark saying, sorry, I swear it felt like when I had 7 stations total, I never lacked something good to watch. Now 700 and nothing. I'll tell you what, when I do settle on stuff, if I'm not, I was talking about looking for stuff to have on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I do more watching on my internet channels through Pluto on my TV.
Okay.
I've got there's like 5 or 6 really good movie channels, a couple really good horror channels, and a lot of times there's something on one of those like 6 channels that I like. Yep, that'll work for now for background. Yep.
Right.
Ray saying, anyway, have a great stream, fuckers. Got to finish my X2 Predator tank review.
Get it on, baby. Give them hell. I did want to say one thing about Mark Harkness's comment here. Doesn't it feel like that when you had the 3 major networks, and then your Fox, or before it became Fox, your local WZTV or whatever the hell they called it, and then maybe you got your UHF stuff, right? And I just feel like there was more quality stuff on, so you never felt like you didn't have something to watch. And I think Mark hits it on the head. You got 7, of course, hyperbolic, but yeah, you got a million different ways to watch stuff, and then you end up freaking just scrolling through, you know what I mean? Like, and not finding crap because there's so much
doom
crap.
Scrolling.
So
your TV or whatever.
It's funny, but when you had fewer channels, fewer options, you would find something to watch. And yeah, Tubi, Pluto, those are valid 100% options, and they're making money. They're doing well. Like they're doing well. People are buying into those 100% as a free platform.
Tubi's got a lot of good stuff on it.
Yeah.
A lot of series, a lot of old cartoons. Cops is on there.
Absolutely.
A lot of anime. People like anime, and then Crunchyroll is there too. It's also free. So, let's see. Here you've seen In Search of Darkness docuseries, 3 6-hour docs for 80 to 89.
That stuff
the
is
horror,
great.
the horror documentaries. I have not seen those. It's on my list of things that I want to see, and I always forget are out there.
If I could type, respond. Yeah, those are awesome. They are. They're actually awesome. That's some good stuff, man.
Allison saying excellent documentary. I'll put that on in the background. I need to remember I need to make a list of all this stuff because I have been wanting to watch that, but I have not seen it.
You'll get more recommendations than you could probably handle, right? It's because everybody has a good one. Everybody has some really great ones, and it's like you end up with a list that's so it's like having a backlog on your video games. You're like, oh man, I'm gonna play that game, man, and then 3 years later, you're like, man, I'm gonna play that game.
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna play it, and then they quit support for it, and you can't find it anymore.
Let's not even. We'll go down the rabbit hole so far. People, they'll be like, "What the hell am I watching?"
That's a whole nother thing. All right, so let's get back to some toys. So, uh, let's see. Do I want to do? Let's see what time. Check my time here. So,
Yeah,
we
check
can
your
talk
time.
about this one real quick. So,
Talk about top musings.
resol- resolutions. Did you make any New Year's resolutions?
Oh wow. No. I
Okay.
stopped. I stopped doing resolutions years ago, and when I say years ago, I'm probably talking like in my 20s. In my 20s. Yeah, that's what.
That's right. Who wants to
That's
talk
right.
about toys? Nobody here for the GI Joe fun, goofy shit stuff. Nobody. So I kind of took a turn into the resolutions because it ties into this day. I don't either. I don't make resolutions. I've never made resolutions, but this year I kind of made a two-part, not really a resolution. I wouldn't call it that, but a two-part
Okay.
something I want to do for this year. And the first thing I'm going to do for this year is I've got to spend less money on the stuff that I collect. Um, at just the disposable income is going to mostly be disposed of, I think, this year before I have it to spend on toys. So I got to be a little more selective. Everything's going up. I'm really scared of my property tax increase going up, and that's going to eat up a lot of my toy budget. So being more selective on the stuff that I pick up and parsing it down a little bit. And in turn, for doing that, for my channel, I want to do more things. I want to do more standalone videos, more I want to see these 5 vehicles, and kind of like what Destro, my spirit animal, kind of
Sure.
the types of things that he makes, types of that vein of content. And I want to do more stuff like with Tuco Viper. I want to do more stuff like that, more of the stop motion, the fun stuff. I want to do more things like that. So, with that said, my little kind of two-part declaration, I've already kind of fucked it up because I broke down and ordered this thing.
I was wanting
Uh,
to talk about this.
so I wound up ordering this thing Sunday night right before it closed, and I sent you a text. I was like, "Oh, by the way, you've got like whatever it was, 15
Oh,
minutes
oh
or
no, 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 no.
whatever."
I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up. So give me you go on and I've got it right here. I'm gonna bring it up, but I want you to talk about this.
As I see this starred comment you have from Carlos, did you jump in on the Arctic Hiss? And I do want to say what's up to GI Jetman is here.
What's up, GI?
Um, Punk made a resolution to only draw his samurai swords from the left.
Man, he's man. Where's Matthew? Matthew's probably steaming right now. He probably got
I know
steam
he's
coming out his
here.
ears.
I know he's here. Um, I sent you that text message,
Yes, sir.
and I don't, I don't even really want this, but I ordered it because I do like the Arctic stuff. I love say it all the time. I love the elemental water stuff, the Arctic stuff, especially. I just don't feel like this is something I really need. I ordered it because I don't have to pay for it yet, and I'm not going to have to pay for it for months. I have plenty of time to decide if I really want to cancel it. But going back to what Dave's mom would have said, if you want it, you better get it,
Okay.
because so I might not want it now, but by the time this thing ships and I have a snowcat and hopefully a polar bear, um, that may change. And I wanted to make sure I have the opportunity to get it if I do want it and spend the money on it when it ships. Now, I know once it ships and they fill all of the orders for it,
Mm-hmm.
there will be some available on Pulse, just like there was with the Sentinel. And there were even a few of the Dragon Man figures when after he shipped, but
Sure.
those are finite. That Sentinel was only up for 2 or 3 days, and they sold back through the extras that they had. So that was why I did go ahead and order this Arctic Hiss, because I do like it. I don't like the driver. I do like the Hiss. I think it's cool. I like Arctic stuff. I don't need it, and it does fall into the category of stuff I can cut out in 2026. But should things change between now and whenever, I want to make sure I can get one.
But you did go ahead immediately after resolution and said, you know what? I'm gonna have to break this one.
Already broke it.
Gonna have to break this one. So I get it. I do. The text I got was, you've got 14 minutes. You've got 14 minutes to order the Arctic Hiss. I broke down order one, since you don't get charged till it ships. So you laid it all out, just like you just did. You laid it all out. Well, I was in the middle of hanging out with my son and just kind of kicking around. And he was, I think he was on the VR. And I was like, hey, man, look, because he's playing VR games off the computer. So I said, hey, pause for a second. So I jump on the computer. And, yeah, I ordered it too.
Did you?
I wasn't going to. But then,
then
I got a message that said, hey, timer's running down. I got 14 minutes. You got 14 minutes. And I was like, oh, shit. And no, I wasn't going to order this. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't even really. I have the HasLab, the original. And, but yes, I did the same thing. And I was like, okay. And if I want to cancel it, which won't happen, I already know it's not going to happen. I'm not going to cancel it, even though, I have the opportunity to. Yeah, no, I got your message, and I was like, I guess I need to go order it.
I never did ask you if you ordered it, so
let me go ahead and jump on that sumbitch. No. Yeah, and as Pug says, look, there's nothing wrong with another Hiss. I mean, I get it, and it is cool, and I did order the Snowcat, so I mean, I'm in for that already. Have been charged, guilty as charged. But yeah, I don't need it. I'm not impressed with the figure, but yeah. We're all victims of it, right? Like, it is what it is. I say a victim, but it's voluntary. Yeah. It's voluntary victimhood.
It's battered toy collector syndrome.
and there's a few people in here that probably are, like, hey, I did it. I mean, look, Matthew's like, you guys are suckers, but I guarantee you, Matthew has a lot of figures that I could probably say the same thing about him.
Right.
So I don't want to hear it, Matthew. There's a couple other people that joined us in here, jumped in, and I think I started one or two. I think in there maybe.
Joe Hunter is here. Dreadnought come in. That's
Dreadnought K6 slid up in here. Yeah, that is interesting. Happens to us all. Hate to hear that.
And Punk says, isn't the Sentinel still available? So I just looked, and it is now, but the other day, they must have had some more cancels, I guess, because it is up right now. You can order it right now, but it was sold out the other day when I looked. So I guess, and that's probably what the Hiss will do too, but I just don't want to take that chance, I like this Sentinel. I wouldn't mind having the Sentinel, but it's definitely something that I don't need because I do not have one X-Men 97 figure. I just like the Sentinel.
No, I get it, and you're not alone. There's a lot of people like that. Yep, Todd C's in the house. Gun Bunny Customs, what's happening, brother? Yeah, the reason I didn't make any resolutions because the last several times I did in life, like, I broke every one of them. There was not one that I held to. So in my mind, it's like I said, it's been 20 plus years at least, and it's just mainly because, like, I'm a weak-willed individual.
I'm weak. It's so weak.
My precious, my precious Arctic kiss.
Soon, one with the collection will I be.
So I couldn't help myself. Yeah. And had you not reminded me, honestly, I'm telling you, it would have passed by. It
Yeah.
would have passed by. And conversely, I don't think I would have felt bad about it. I mean, I don't think I really honestly would have felt bad about it, and just I would have went on with life and said, if I want it, I'll find it at Joe Fest, or I'll maybe
Yeah.
find it some other time, and it is what it is, you know.
I was not gonna order it. Like, I never said I didn't like it. I don't
Yeah.
like the driver, but they're hitting the old one. It looks just like the old one, the 25th or 30th or whatever anniversary. The driver is the same. So that's what they're doing with this. And
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. But I always like the hiss. I just don't, it's not something I feel like I need. But that's why, is because if that window had a passed and I didn't order it, I think I would have been like, man, maybe I should have ordered that. And I actually ordered it, and I used um you can do PayPal credit on it to
Yeah.
order it. So
Yeah.
that's actually the way that I ordered it. So even if I do decide to get it, it's within the 6 month payoff thing. So I just ordered it with that, and that ought to be clear by the time this thing ships. So um I say that, but and then Punk's the Sentinel is great. Sentinel looks awesome. I love those shots he did of it on the flag.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah. I mean,
keep
look.
keeping it real and bring it
Yeah.
before I
Yeah.
get started.
Yeah. I love that. That's a great pull right there. Yeah. Look. I don't know how many out there in the chat do make resolutions. I'd say, some of us do, and they're with the best intentions. I get it, why people do, right? It's the best intentions. I get the spirit of it. I just know that so often we're creatures of habit, and especially the older you get, you are set in your ways, and that's just true. And at this point in life, like it takes a lot. And I'm not speaking for everybody, obviously, just for myself. But it takes a lot to, like, literally say, hey, I'm changing this. This is this, and I'm not gonna do anything to mess that up, whatever that means. It does, I think, take a lot for that, because I think we are really set in our ways. We like what we like. We eat what we like to eat, right? I mean, I think
Sometimes.
yeah, well, but I think unless the doctor tells you, hey, you got to stop eating fried chicken, right? Or you got to stop drinking, or you got to stop, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
unless you're served with that, then I think for the most part, we're all kind of like okay with what we do, and we just kind of keep plugging along. And if that's collecting figures, and look, there's nothing wrong with being more selective. I don't think lying to yourself or telling yourself, hey, I'm going to cut back, don't necessarily say that's lying, because I think you can do that without saying you're just going to completely cut back, almost everything, right? You can decide, I don't need that third bat, or I don't need that fourth troop builder, right? I mean, those are decisions you can definitely make,
That just triggered me. So what's up, Joe Fan 84 is here. So, and I actually completely forgot about this, but so, like, I don't buy a lot of gridiron stuff, right? Like, I like it. I mean, it's fine. It's just an expense that I
Yeah.
choose not to incur, right?
Yeah.
So I think I have 3 gridiron weapons. I have the old painless set, the Jesse Ventura Predator gun, and I have this badass sawed-off double-barrel shotgun that they made, and I have Copperhead holding it on the shelf. It's like one of the only 2 or 3 figures back there that does not have a classified weapon on that shelf. Got another Grim Viper. and I put that Grim Viper. I got them all grouped together on the shelf. I got Copperhead, Shadow Tracker, Croc Master, and Grim Viper together, and those guys look really good together. Got this other Grim Viper, and I put him behind them, and I'm like, nice, like that looks so good. And I was sitting in here doing something, I think getting ready for the streams, working for stuff we're gonna show here in a minute. And I heard this tremendous crash.
Oh God.
And I turned around to look, and that Grim Viper, because of that fucking Gatling gun that he comes with, I put him in the back, and he fell forward and took out everybody in front of him, knocking off the shelf Copperhead and the other Grim Viper that held the gridiron weapons, and both of them broke when they hit.
Are you serious?
I just threw the shotgun in the trash.
Holy crap.
I can fix the old Painless I can glue it, but the shotgun, I just threw it in the trash.
When did that happen?
Sunday night, maybe, when I was sitting in here.
Okay, because so it was after I came over for the
top
10. Okay,
yeah,
because
I
think you would have told me. You would have told me about it if it was. But damn,
it was this weekend. Yeah, damn. I was in like the 2 of the 3 gridiron sets I have, and it took both of them out. It's like, that's a bummer. I blame that Gatling gun.
But you know, the way you have yours set up, and I don't know about you guys, like Turk says, yeah, Grim Viper knocked over all my shit too. What's up, Loki? Wartooth, Model Misfit, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's depending on how you have them right set up, man, it can be quite precarious. And when I was over doing our top 10 of the year, and I'm sitting there and pulling off the shelf all the folks that I want to display, and there was a couple of them that just kept falling over, and then I would try to set it up, and my wrist would graze by someone else, and then I'd get the figure set up, and then he'd fall backwards, and he'd knock somebody else over, and then somebody, and I was like, son of a bitch, like, this is ridiculous. I'm truly getting pissed off, because number one, we're trying to get it done, because I had to go to work. And so we're trying to get it done, and I'm like, this is going to take me 15 minutes to try to set these damn figures back up. And but on top of that, it was like they're posed in such a way that any little vibration, right, any breeze or whatever is going to knock over not just one, not two, maybe 3 or 4 different figures, because you have them all out. You got them all out.
Domino, motherfucker.
It really is, y'all. It is true domino effect. It is nuts.
It's like, you got them. You're like, I'm just trying to set these back up. I was like, leave them. I'll put them all back up later. Just leave them. I'll do it later.
And I got to be honest with you too. Like, Dreadnought's like, hey, I got 350 figs all standing. Only, I think the Orange Alley Vipers are on stands. I'll be honest with you. If I put these dudes out, they're going on stands. I'm buying stands. I'm getting stands off Amazon or whatever the hell. I don't give a shit. Custom, whatever. I'm going to use some stands. Like, I just can't, because I know me and I know what would happen, and it would just drive me crazy having to constantly.
It's a battle. Say what's up to Starfighter.
Yes.
Got the M113 from Gridiron. That thing's badass. Krusty old Crow ordered it. I do like it. I like it a lot.
I bet.
And then Turk saying that's the nature of the beast. They fall sometimes.
It is, but I mean, like you said, though, when you have something that breaks, right? I mean, if you have hardwood floors or whatever, you have something that breaks like that. That is a bitch, man. Especially even on something like weapons. Some of those weapons packs, those gridiron packs, are not the cheapest. Mm-mm. So, I mean, even something like that, and so, yeah, I get it. It's part of the risk, and people say, well, stands are easier. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm all about that easy shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm all about that easy shit.
Punk saying 5:10 a.m. Figures went toppling in my living room, which was great because I was sleeping down here with Roman. So, how's Roman doing? That's about the time your alarm was going to go off anyway. You got to get up
Sure.
right around that time. I've messaged you about an hour or so, hour and a half later than that. So maybe that's about wake up time. I ordered him when he was new, so
Yeah, yeah, you
he
got
was.
him
I mean,
right on.
he wasn't a shadow tracker. I mean, he wasn't hard to get. He was at first,
Mm-mm.
but then he was like he sold out, but then he was gettable, and all of a sudden he just poof evaporated, and yeah, he got expensive. I think the last one I sent one to Crow. He didn't have him, and I sent him a shadow tracker, and I think I bought him. I think I got him for like 35 or $40 at Yojo Depot. He had one left,
Nice. I
something like
mean,
that.
look, I haven't looked to see what the going rate is on that dude, but I suppose that you could probably find him not just out of control. I mean, spend a
Yeah,
little bit more, but I can't imagine he's just incredibly expensive. Unlike the retro carded Snake Eyes Commando version that I missed out on for no other reason other than like I think it wasn't because of like I was late or something. I think it was a similar situation of the flat tire where I had to get on the phone
oh yeah,
and
you
and
missed
I and
Breaker.
it was like it was this kind of a similar deal. It was I was ready, and then it just didn't happen, and now I'm like, hang that shit up. I ain't paying $150 for that
No,
motherfucker.
and I got lucky with mine. Just I actually got him from Walmart. I got him and Zartan or Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow, I think they had them both, and I ordered them, and they actually sent them to me. Except they grinched them. They put them in a box that was three sizes too small, so the cards all fucked up on him.
Yeah.
But I do have him, and he's right up there on the wall where he's gonna stay. Lawrence said he still had 50 minutes to
Yeah,
sleep. That
yeah, I saw that.
sucks.
That's
That
critical.
sucks.
Yeah, that 50 minutes can be quite crucial, quite critical. Honestly, I was fucking so. No, no, man. That's a good amount of little sleep there that early in the morning. That's for sure.
And Carlos saying Hasbro needs to do a retro carded range Viper. I think they will. I think they'll do a retro. I don't know what really they can do to him, but I think they're gonna do it. They've still got the mold hot from or at least the head mold anyway from the
Sure.
Grim Viper. So I think they're gonna do it. So let's see. Let's everybody else is talking about them. Let's get our
Yeah,
opinions on these
let's do it.
the Turtles GI Joe crossover here. So I have not heard whether this has been confirmed or as fake or real. I know they talked about it last night on Circle of Jerks a little bit. I have not seen anything today saying either way. So from what I know, this is all still possible and going to be a thing. So what do you think about this? You're not a huge turtles guy. We got into turtles, but you were on your way out of collecting toys when turtles really come around. Like
Yes.
I
Yeah.
had all of the originals, and you might have had a handful of them if you had any. But that was right about the
Yeah.
time that you were transitioning out of playing with stuff, and I had a couple years left. So
Yeah, there was a. I think maybe I had a few. If I remember. I mean, look, if you're I know Matthew's a big Turtles fan. I don't. We didn't talk about it, and I haven't seen his chats or nothing. I don't know if he's crazy about these or whatever. But if in fact this actually is real, I guess if you're a hardcore Turtles fan and you love all those crossovers, right? Like you just get them all because some people do, right? I mean, no matter what they do, they're like, I gotta have it. People do that with He-Man, right? or maybe that's the only He-Man one. I can't remember. I know, but either way, the idea is fine. I don't think these look good. For me, I just don't think they look that great, and there's nothing about these that really pop out where I'm like, heck yeah, I got to have that one. Even if it's a couple of them.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I got to have that one or that Cobra Commander there, right? Or that Krang Destro. I got to have at least those. They just don't do anything for me in that respect. And if we haven't seen anywhere at all that this is confirmed, or is anyone in the news business, is anybody even really talking about this, that you know what I'm saying, like the full force, or and somebody
Well,
just
Full
put in
Force
there,
did. Yeah.
are they
So
the
did.
ones? Because I don't
Yeah.
really watch that show.
Yeah. He talked about
Occasionally.
them. These, I think all of these original images are from Toy News International. So, and Chris McLeod did talk
Okay.
about these. Allison saying it's got to be fake or there'd be cease and desist when the Motu Turtles line leaked and the last movie figures leaked early. The YouTube channels that showed them got cease and desists.
Okay.
So, a lot of conflicting stuff about these. So, Turk saying he's going to pass. Matthew saying, I like turtles. I love Joe. I hate the crossover BS. Even if it was real, I wouldn't get them. Shark Eye said they were real. He said he had heard from another source, I think, that they were. Yes, waiting for confirmation from Viper Island to see if these are real or
Well,
not.
now,
Then he'll say he predicted them.
look, I may not watch Chris McLeod, but by God, I'm all in on VI, y'all. Like, come on with it, dude. They provide to me, right? It's like nutrients. It's like, no, I don't give that shit. Yeah,
Dave, yes.
What is
I actually said this Monday, and he chose not to highlight it. If this turns out to be real, Lawrence needs about 8 of those shipwrecked Michelangelos.
I mean, like I said, for the hardcore Turtles fans, if this is in fact real, then I could totally understand. And I would not tell someone, man, you're stupid for getting them, because that's the one thing recently in the last several years about the Turtles, and is that they have tried to cross over with every freaking thing.
Everything. And we do have...
It's a joke, honestly, at this
we
point.
We have the
me.
Transformers. We got the Transformers ones that nobody's buying.
I mean, like, it just seems
They're
to
on
me it's just it's a lot. And yeah, I almost say that in a way they're more known for that at this point, right, than just their own IP. It's like, yeah, no, we're crossing over with every damn thing. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I see a lot of I'm passing on these.
Yeah,
right? I see a lot of that in the chat, and a lot of G.I. Joe fans don't know if there's a lot of that together fans of these. And yeah, what's the deal? Did I not see that Playmates doesn't have the license anymore, or do they still have the license or whatever? I thought I saw an article the other day that was like, yeah, they
have it now. They are losing it, but
okay.
Matthew or Allison will probably know more about that than I do, but they are I think losing the Turtles license. So let's see, just trying to read through the chat and see kind of what people are saying. Damn, Pop, you don't watch Full Force on Monday.
Matthew's like, I don't even know who you are anymore.
Yeah, like, who are you? Yeah, like, who are you?
I've been talking to this guy for a year.
So, no, we don't. Not any one person needs to send him 8. Everybody needs to send him 1.
Yes.
Everybody send him one.
That would be absolutely quite fantastic. Let's not kid ourselves.
I'm kind of sad that idea got out because I was really going to backdoor that to people and,
Sure.
if this is a thing. So if we get a USS Shell, I'll get 8 ship turtles. Dreadnoks is February. Matthew says at the end of 26. That's what I was thinking, at the end of 26.
Okay.
I will tell you that I am not really like, I don't need this. Like, I like turtle stuff. I like turtles, but I don't. The only turtle thing I even have is one of the mutagen, whatever line that they did. I have that Raphael because Raphael's my favorite turtle. If these are real, if this is a thing, when they go on sale, because they will at Target about 3 weeks after they hit, I do want Destro Krang,
okay,
Michelangelo Shipwreck, and Cobra Commander Shredder. If I find those 3 on sale, I will get those because I have the Turtles of Grayskull Krang and I love it. So Krang as Destro is just awesome. It kind of would have made more sense if it was a bat, but I guess they got to get Destro in the line. So those 3 I would be interested in. The other ones, even though I love the Dreadnoks and it's the 2 best Dreadnoks, probably don't care about getting Bebop and Rocksteady.
The 3 you mentioned are the only ones that even honestly look like G.I. Joe characters. I mean, I get Tunnel Rat-ish, or Dial Tone rather, not Tunnel Rat, Dial Tone down there. I don't know what the fuck Michelangelo on the bottom left. Like, is that heavy duty? I guess.
Roadblock, I'm guessing.
I mean, I just can't, like, the gun doesn't make any sense to me. And then Bebop, Rocksteady, they just look like, I mean, honestly, a few of these just look like turtles just done up in whatever the fuck they want to put them in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. And so the 3 you mentioned are really, in my opinion, the only 3. I mean, I see Snake Eyes, but honestly, that could totally be a Donatello uniform.
Yeah.
You know, like a night version, whatever. And so, yeah, to me, it's Shipwreck, Destro, Cobra Commander. Those 3 are the only ones that, to me, resemble G.I. Joe at all.
When I first saw this picture, the Dial Tone Donatello, which makes perfect sense, but I saw the purple and I saw his weapon and I thought that it was Techno Viper. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then I'm like, wait, that's a turtle. He's not going to be a Cobra. And I saw the beret. I was like, oh, he's Donatello. That's probably the best mashup other than Cobra Commander and Shredder. Like, that's the Donatello Dial Tone is probably the best fit.
I mean, it looks fine, but just looking at it from afar, I wouldn't gather that from it if I didn't know Dial Tone, especially, right? But of course, the only people that are going to be interested anyway, regardless, is that people that are into G.I. Joe. So you're going to know who these people are supposed to be, obviously, based off of a small detail, even.
And I think there is a crossover with Turtles and Joes, but I don't think it's a huge crossover. And I think that's what the same thing with the Transformers Turtles. I think there's a very small slice of a pie. It's 2 groups, 2 niches that are married together. Yeah. And I think, Lawrence says all the time, Joe collectors are mostly Joe collectors, not other toy collectors. A lot of Turtles collectors are that way too. So it's a really risky proposition, I think, for if it's real, if it's a thing.
No, I'm with you. I think it is, but the hardcore will get them. I mean, that's and maybe that's what they're made for, right? We don't know what kind of production numbers these would even, be, right? We can't even really guess, but I can't imagine they'd be huge.
The best looking of the Transformers ones is the Starscream one. I haven't even seen it yet. They've just got rows of Bumblebee and Megatron at
Yeah.
Target.
Yep.
Usagi Yojimbo Budo would be perfect. Viper Scout and Mainframe Donnie makes more sense. I think either of them would
Yeah.
be okay.
Yeah.
For
I
Donatello.
think either one. I tell you, I did actually like those Transformer Joe crossovers with the Hiss, the Thunder Machine, and whatever. It's the O-ring part of it's the part that I think is kind of tough. But as a special kind of one-off kind of deal, I dug those all right. Should have probably picked them up when I saw them in the store and just kind of passed them by. I was like, nah, not this time. But they
That
weren't
one
crazy expensive.
that one Walmart that I mentioned that has the display,
Mm-hmm.
when I went down their clearance aisle, they actually had the triple T one on the clearance aisle on
Okay.
clearance, but it was still like $71.
Yeah,
So
no, I mean I'm not going for that, and the Triple T again wasn't one of my jams. They just had to, just for me. But I like those. Okay, a Baxter Stockman Raptor.
Thor, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, actually, I could totally see that.
Leatherhead
yeah,
Crocmaster. Oh yeah.
makes
Ca-
sense.
Casey Jones, Storm Shadow, or Mercer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are some good. Yeah, those are some good ones, man.
We might need to AI some of this shit together for
Ma-
future waves for another show.
Mouser bats. I like that. All right. I mean, kind of what you can do with those. Sean Jones has all the crossover O rings. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I dig them though. I dig them. They're all right. April O'Neil just tossed Scoop off the flag. Okay, so what do you think about this?
The turtle fly.
What do you think about this?
If it's real, I think it's fine. If this line is real, if the whole thing's real, I think this is fine. I think it's great actually for this crossover line if it comes to be. I don't know how the hell those things are going to fit in that cockpit. Unless the bottom is hollow and they're going to stand, and it's got to be really wide. But
I think it's probably I think it's probably wide enough to get them in there. It has to be.
In theory, just saying it all works right. Like I think this is fine for the turtles doing a dragonfly, the tiger,
Yeah.
the turtle fly. I think it's pretty funny.
I like the plunger. I like the boxing glove. Right. I mean, it is goofy. It should be goofy. So I'm okay with that. You got the wrap around the back front of the tail section there, right? Looks like a freaking bandage, whatever the hell they do with that. I think it's goofy enough, and of course those things will shoot out of it, I suppose. Right, for the playability action of the Turtles toys like they always do.
And the best thing about it is the switch to make the blade spin.
Well, that's something that I think we all miss. I think that is a function of toys, in particular helicopters, that we probably all miss, is the fun of being able to make the blade spin without having to flip them with your fingers, with your hand. That classic trigger was always awesome. Yes, I can see where a trigger gets in your way of it actually, especially for us now. We want it to look like a copter. We want it to look like, so we don't want
it
handle.
I wanted it on the Dragonfly. I wanted the mechanism.
Even a button that you could, you know what I'm saying? Like
just a button.
Some kind where maybe it's on the back and underneath the tail or something. And you could just, even if you pushed it in, if it had somewhat of a little bit of a mechanized rotor of some kind, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'd love that, man.
Dang, man, my arms aren't long enough to do that with the HasLab.
Stop
it. Dave cutting the end of his nose off.
Stop it, Dave. Stop it, Dave.
An ER bill.
You are good enough, and gosh darn it, people like you.
Viper Scouts killing it. Turtle Blimp, Tomahawk. Yeah.
Okay. He's on the right
Uh,
track. He's on
yeah.
the right track there. I'm loving that. I'm digging it.
Sabir is in the house.
Hey,
Late.
what is
Good evening.
up?
What's up, Sabir? Michelangelo should be Footloose. Yeah, I just if for an initial wave, he's not recognizable. I don't think. But then again,
Um,
if you're a Joe fan and you're buying these,
okay.
he probably would be.
Right? That's part of it, right? I mean, the people that are going to be getting it, if you know, are probably Joe fans. The Turtles fans, if you don't know about GI Joe, if you don't collect GI Joe, you're probably not getting these, you know, unless you're just you
Yeah,
buy everything Turtles. But if you're a GI Joe fan, this might do it for you. So you'll recognize some of those characters, but they need to stand out. They have to stand out, and they have to
yeah,
be overly in that way, right? They have to because it just doesn't make sense because of the goofiness of the Turtles. If this is in fact the style that choice that you're going to go with, um, this this I don't mind either. I don't mind it
it
for the
fits.
aesthetic. It fits. Yeah, I don't mind this at all.
Yeah, it fits. Let's see what's up. Graph, black
Well,
wig,
what's up?
lipstick, and glasses on Krang slip right into Android Destro's body. And again,
Wow.
the all shell striker April as Scarlet is perfect. Um,
Yeah.
perfect fit for the character mashup. So, you know, if this is a thing, I think what they're doing is fine, and I honestly think a lot of people that are saying pass and it's just stupid or whatever. Baldy said it the other night, like these are for kids. Maybe kids buy
Okay.
these and then they get a little older and they see classified, and then this gets actual kids into classified to maybe keep GI Joe alive after we're gone.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Now whether or not that transfer over, but that is possible. I'll give that possibility. I will say when the 2013 Nickelodeon was out, that version, man oh man, my son was into those figures. He was absolutely 100% all about having those figures. And actually, when he was little, he was into figures. It wasn't all about the tablet. It was the Imaginext figures, right? You know, and then
Yeah.
you had the various, well, which I think was what the that was like the Marvel Star Wars stuff maybe, and then or the
Hmm.
DC. I can't remember, but then the other had their own other version, and we had both of those, all of those, including the play sets and the Joker's jail, and we had the
Yeah.
Bat Cave, and we had still do actually have his figures from that line, but the Turtles, kids loved those in that 2012 2013 era, and so yeah, we had so many of them, a ton of those figures. So yeah, kids will always be into the Ninja Turtles. I think it's just an easy sell.
Yeah. Turtles, Transformers, toy cars,
Yeah.
dinosaurs. Maybe, that stuff's always going to be around for them.
Chalk me up for a fan of dinosaurs, folks. I still fucking love dinosaurs. Right here. I do, man. Dinosaurs have always floated my freaking boat. I don't give a
If
shit.
if I had room, that is some of those Jurassic Park, I would pick some of them
Mm-hmm.
up if I had anywhere to put them because they go on sale and they go on clearance all the time. I'd like to have them just for like just on the shelf because they're cool, but also for pictures, just having them in the background or
Yeah.
shit, man. Just think if you've got that Jurassic Park, I think the Brachiosaur, the one with the big, long, huge neck, the thing's like neck to bottom of the feet's like 2.5 feet tall or something.
Yes, sir.
Somebody that has that, and I'm going to give away this idea because I don't have it. Somebody that has that thing when those Jada Toys, Flintstones, Fruity Pebbles figures come out, is going to be able to recreate the beginning of the Flintstones with Fred sliding down the neck of that thing.
Dude, I'm all about that. All about that.
I just gave somebody a good idea.
Give me the whistle too, right? The bird whistle or whatever.
Yeah.
They've at the end of the working day.
Squeezing, pulling his tail feathers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's Matthew. There you go. Right? Get it, dude. Get it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
no.
work with another store is a brony. All right.
A jabroni or a brony?
Yeah.
No,
I like Care Bears, so
I don't know any in person. I don't, and it's because I don't know a lot of collectors or people that do get figures and stuff like that. But I know that there is a community out there, 100% that are all in on the My Little Ponies, man.
yeah,
for sure.
I got no problem. Like what you like, I guess.
Yeah.
So
yeah, whatever.
all right, so I am going to take me a quick break. You got something you can pull up and talk about for a minute? I'm going to go refill my coffee, and then we're going to think. I got one thing to do an update on, and then we will.
Yeah.
I think we'll do our replacements, and then we'll do our Joe resolutions. How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Fire away. Go do your thing. I can always pull something out of the ether, man.
You can always talk about something.
Yes, no worries. Hopefully I won't lose too many of you guys and gals.
Have you guys seen Stranger Things?
Something like that. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for starting that conversation and walking away. You son of a bitch. Let's see here. I just like looking at the chat. I like looking at what you guys are talking about. That's more entertaining to me. As Clint says, they still make toys for kids. It is a good conversation, I think, to have. And I would really be curious what CEOs of certain companies, what those board meetings and what some of those like weekly meetings look like in toy companies about their target audiences, like what they look like. I think we could all agree that there's, the Fisher Prices of the world, right? The VTech companies of the world, they know their target audience. They know about who they're going after. They are going after the younger kids, like Hollywood, but they know who it is they're targeting for toys. But I think it gets a little more difficult for the collectors because we make up such a large part of the market that, I think these companies have to be really choosy with what they decide to license, to buy the license of, or what they decide to do. I really do. And it's like a miss if you decide to go all in on, let's say, Cops and Crooks, or you decide to go all in on Crystar or something like that. Like, that could be a huge miss, and you could lose a lot of money that way. I could totally see where companies for collectors, it's like it's more specialized, and where you get into the hot toys and stuff like that. And I think even the hot toys, man, like I don't know what that market looks like. You guys know more than I do, but those things are freaking expensive as shit. Love to have some of them though. Let's see here. Matthew, I almost wish, where's it at? There it is. I almost wish I could get the McFarlane 2012 Turtle figures. I haven't seen those. I have not seen those. What does it look like? I might look them up. If you were a senior in high school and into TMNT, then you are a collector. I don't know how else to put it, right? And yes, that Ninja Turtle series from Nickelodeon, the 2012 into 2013, 2014, however long it lasted, that was a quality cartoon. That was actually a really quality cartoon. I love that. Yeah, the Joker playset. There's one Joker playset we still have, and my son still joke with each other because it says, "The joke's on you, Batman," and we still say that to each other to this day. And he's probably had it for like, 9 years, 10 years, something like that. Let's see. What else are you guys saying? Horses are terrifying. Their necks are too short. Freaks.
Damn, tell us how you really feel.
That's fantastic. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, look, some people are terrified of horses, right? Terrified of zebras. I get it. Still, George Jefferson was. Let's see. Joe Fan says, "Oh, great. Pop is on time. Time to fall asleep. Pop is on. Time to fall asleep." Exactly what I said. Let's see. Anything else in there? See, nice Viper Scout. What did Viper Scout say? He says, "I should be joining the Admirals Club this weekend. Hopefully getting a flag." Holy shit.
Nice.
Hell
nice.
Yeah, right?
Congratulations. I hope that goes through for you.
No kidding. I just want to get into the Mile High Club, but the Admirals, let's go for it, baby.
Probably cheaper in the long run to just get the flag.
You might be right. A new flag would be in the $1,000 range.
Oh, yeah, easy.
I would assume so, yes.
Like 3 3/4, I'm guessing, because a classified would be like way more than that.
Clint, that is awesome. That warms my heart because that playset, I'm telling you, we still get mileage out of it to this day. And if I could find it, I'd bring it over here and I'd make it say that. And you know what? When I come back in a second, I damn well may do just that. Give me just a second. This might take me a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do the promo and do the thing that we talked about. So, you're muted already.
Fuck it. Who gives a
There you
shit? That's
go.
what everybody wants anyway. This might take me a couple minutes. So but you go ahead and do what you need to do. Everybody needs to hear this and see it. I will be right back, but I will have you on. I'll be back.
All right. So I'll give you guys a quick update. And yes, it's when you have sex on the flag. That's right. All right. So been talking about freeing Viper. Play the video for you guys real quick. You guys have seen it. It's a minute and a half long, and I'm going to tell you just a little bit about freeing Viper because it is in effect.
And now back to Cobra News Now.
What? You didn't really think that we was finished, did you? Scrap Iron has just returned with some fresh intel on our new story that we will be covering next year. Over here, Scrap Iron. A little more to the right, Scrap Iron. There you go. As you can see, Scrap Iron is still just a little bit banged up from covering that big fire over at the Mars Industries. But he has some valuable intel here that we will share with you now regarding next year. Roll it, Scrap Iron. No, the other way, Scrap Iron. There.
Está muerto. Sus capos están muertos. Ustedes no tienen a nadie más por quien pelear. Llenen sus bolsillos o váyanse en paz. O vengan a pelear conmigo y mueran.
Freeing Viper should arrive at his first destination Friday or Saturday. So that project has begun. for this year. Can't wait to start putting this thing together, start doing the work, and doing some new stuff with Tuco and introducing what's going on with Fring Viper. And I do have something going with Fring Viper that's a little bit of a, a little bit of a secret, a little bit of a surprise. People that are in and getting Fring Viper have seen the instructional for it. I did not mention it in that video, but there is just a little bit of a secret that's in with Fring Viper, and I'm waiting to see how long it takes before somebody ruins it, because I'm I'm afraid that something that it's going to get spoiled before it can make it too far, but hopefully not. So but he is on the way. Fring Viper has left the building. He is, a matter of fact, in another state right now. Graph, that is actually something that I'm toying with on on doing. I've got a couple different ways I'm going to approach the very long build up that it took to get the Tuco Viper and the final video with it. So I've got a couple things that I'm going to do throughout the time Fring Viper's traveling around. Not going to be quite as secretive with it as I was with Tuco. I'm not going to like put out the list of everybody that's getting him, because I still like to see how long it takes before it gets out on who's had him and who hasn't. But that's what I'm curious about, is I want to see how long it takes. Maybe the secret won't get spoiled. I hope not. So but he is in transit now, and I've got a very loose route planned for him, actually. So he's going in an entirely different direction starting out than Tuco Viper went. So if you got Tuco Viper and you're doing the Fring Viper project, you might get Fring Viper at a different time than you had him last year, especially some of our friends up to the north, because it's really cold up there. Nobody can do anything with him outside because they're actually getting snow, unlike here in Tennessee, where it's going to be 71 degrees tomorrow in the first week of January. So let's see. Joe Fan, looking forward to it. Looks like a lot of fun. Dave saying bring it on. What's going on? Stu, happy birthday. Is today your birthday? So I saw your Instagram post earlier, and I'm not sure if your birthday is today or if it was in the last couple days. So happy birthday to Stu. Oh, let's see. Turk, yeah, I hope so. I've got some fun things in mind for the final for Fring Viper. So yeah, we may Joe Fan, next month. Usually January and February are our coldest months here in Tennessee. So where you're at should be the same. So hopefully we'll get some snow. I want to get a shitload of snow on a Friday afternoon. I need it to start about noon. Go home early on Friday, stick around Friday night, Saturday, and start melting good off the road Sunday afternoon, so I can go out and play in it and not have to do a lot of driving in it. Stu says it is tomorrow the 8th, so happy early birthday. I wasn't sure. Let's see. Bring some swim trunks. You are welcome. Yeah, we do. We're just a little farther north. You guys get a lot of ice down closer to where you're at. So anyway, I'll take the banner off for Fring Viper, but I'm looking forward to doing it again. It's a lot of damn work doing all the Tuco Viper stuff, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it again. So
yeah, I can imagine how much work and just keeping up and everything and all that stuff, and then the whole thing about how long it takes. It takes an extraordinarily long amount of time for that figure to make its way.
And I have right now I have, of course, the list last year started out bigger than what we got, but I have more folks on the list that want to do it than were actually in it total last year. So if everybody on the list now, and there's some people that I may add, I've still got to talk to. I just wanted to get it started with people that I know want to do it, but I've got more people on the list than was in it total last year, and over half of them are people that were not in Tuco. So that's exactly what I hoped for with Fring Viper. Was it is going to be bigger and some more people and some different people involved with it, that missed out on Tuco. So so far it's turning out the way I hope. Of course, nobody's actually gotten him yet, but it looks like it's gonna go that way. So,
nice.
Did you find your Joker cave?
No, I didn't actually. I think I've got it packed up.
Okay.
I have the Batman one easy access, and it's because it's kind of so big and wide that it wouldn't fit into like a tub or whatever. But I was hoping that I could dig it up, so I gave it a college try anyway.
No, all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on, and we'll go. I think we can go through these relatively quickly because the resolutions will take a minute, though. Let's talk about the 2025 releases that talk about regrets and stuff for the last year. So this is just something silly stuff we personally got in 2025 that we would have liked to seen something in place of. So, well, I've only got 3 of these. I think we got 3 each. So
I've got 5, but I could blow through them fast. But
okay.
and I could even narrow it down. My original list, I actually saved over it by mistake on a new list on Microsoft Word. So I had to quickly grab what I had. But you fire away and I'll give mine, and it won't take long.
Graphs. I wish Seattle would get more ice.
I love that guy. I love that guy. You are a funny one. You are a funny one.
A funny mofo. All right, so in 2025, things that I got. So the Cobra modular fortification thing. So if I could replace this with something else instead of this, you already know what it would have been. Just make the actual battle bunker.
Yes.
Just give me the battle bunker. Just this is what we wanted. We didn't want an outhouse. We wanted an igloo. Give us the battle bunker. I would 100% replace that with the original battle bunker. My next one, Dave, damn, I cut mine up to use the diamond plate. Nice. So probably the best use for it I've heard yet. This one might surprise you guys based on what I just got through talking about. So, Frag Viper, who turned out to be a really good figure. Like, I love the way Frag Viper come out. I didn't think I even wanted this figure, and I wound up with 3 of them. I love this figure. It got whittled off of my runners up list by if that spot had been 5, he would have probably been on it, he and the police officer. But instead of him, G.I. Joe's, we got Blowtorch, we've got Barbecue, we've got a firefighter. Who does Cobra have? Cobra's just got Torch. So why not spice it up and give us incinerators? Give us some Cobra flame fire guys. I love these guys. I really wish I hope these aren't too far down the line for Cobra Troopers. Just look how cool they can make that figure.
I'm with you though. Like, I think this is one of those ones that for maybe people that were out of the line at that point in time, that they actually could do something really cool and zhuzh these up. And no, I'm with you 100%. I think that's definitely one that they could have some fun with, and I would be curious to see what they would do with it.
Dave says Heat Viper. No, I want Incinerator. I don't like Heat Viper. I never liked Heat Viper. That's why I picked Incinerator.
Yeah, no, I get that.
My next one is no surprise. Snake Eyes V4 or whatever V this actually is in classified. It's like V16 by now.
V72 actually is where we're at.
Putting out for their first flame trooper in classified, not Torch. We got Torch. So Torch was the first, but flame trooper, give me Incinerator over Heat Viper. So instead of this Snake Eyes, if they gotta give us Snake Eyes, give us this Snake Eyes.
Okay.
Give me Vietnam Snake Eyes.
Okay.
I know they're taking their sweet time giving us any sweet Marvel goodness, but this is the Snake Eyes I want. This and Unmasked, and I don't see them doing Unmasked. Maybe this figure. Maybe we get an Unmasked pre-helicopter or post-helicopter accident head sculpt with this one. Just this face, just all tore up. But if they're going to keep giving us Snake Eyes, give us Snake Eyes that we really, really, really want.
There's so much that we could do with that, right? Like, there's so much that we could totally do.
Oh, yeah.
With that Snake Eyes. I mean, just the fact that we actually did get a 3-figure just in a different, right? In a different release. But the fact that those were actually out and I'm all about that, dude. I'm all about that.
Joe Fan's resolutions to get a girl this year. Been 8 years. Figured it's time to try again. Just stick with the toys.
Yeah, you're better off, man. Like, you're really better off, because here's the thing. Once that happens, the toys are going to be bye-bye. I know that sounds terrible. I'm sorry.
Yes, Charbroil was the other Joe Firegeist dude. All right, so what you got for replacements?
All right. Let's see if I can do this quickly, because I had to really slap this together. Slap it together fast. So I will give the 2025s that I would like to get rid of, and then I'll go back with the replacements. How about that?
That'll work.
I want to get rid of this. I'm tired of this helmet. I'm tired of this figure, this style. I'm just over it. I'm over Steel Core. Totally over Steel Core. I don't want to see another one. I just don't. I'm so over this. Regardless of whatever little bunker / the defense post, whatever. I'm over.
And we know we're getting one more with the Arctic 3-pack, so there's at least one more coming.
But just this helmet, that model, I'm just done with it, man. I'm done with the Steel Core part of it. This guy, man, look, I get it.
I knew he was going to be on there.
I get it. I do. And people just love this dude. They love the lore. You can love the lore, but man, this guy, man, he went to like the worst Goodwill in town, and he pieced together an outfit to go out one night, and nobody talked to him at the bar. I mean, I'm sorry, but this shit is wacko to me. It always was. I just can't.
Stu's saying boo.
Let's see. This guy didn't do it for me either, even though I have him. It just... Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this is one of the ones that I guess previous release that they did that didn't improve the figure for me. And some will disagree, and I fully understand. I totally do. But this one is another one, and I think the one that you're sending out is probably by far a better version. And then let's see here, the Trench Viper we both had on the list. Yeah, this thing just went over like a wet fart in my opinion, and I don't need the Viper shield. I don't need that shield. I don't need that Alley Viper shield again. I don't need this. I get it with the visor that slides down, comes down and everything. But I think both of those modular things just didn't really do much for me. And then this guy can go straight to hell. He can go to hell and he can die.
I was trying to pick something other than Saw Viper because I really, as much as I wanted Saw Viper, I've railed on him enough, so I had to pick something else.
Yeah, and G.I. Jet, man, I believe that your Walmart had a peg full of Darklon, and I believe Darklon probably had a bunch of full pegs. So for me, that is that. Now, to go on with the replacements, let's see here. Let's bring up this bad boy, and I'll go ahead and tell you what I want. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that if there's any news recently that's come out that I'm not aware of, I apologize. But yeah, I want this guy. I love this guy. I've told people many times that I love this guy, so I want this guy. I wanted this guy before Big Lob, and I still want this dude before Big Lob. I do have, thanks to Loki Wartooth, a.k.a. Model Misfit, I actually do have his gun, his baseball bat, and his head sculpt. Actually, and I think maybe a couple head sculpts. And I think his backpack, if I'm correct. And so, yeah, this dude is on my list. His kiss is on my list. I want to see what they can do with this guy.
Me too.
I really want to see what they can do with Airtight. Now that we've gotten a lot of the OGs, I really want to see what they can zhuzh up with Airtight. Obviously, I think the vacuum cleaner gun is kind of outdated at this point. He probably is not going to be sucking the oil off of ducks or birds from an oil spill, an Exxon Valdez situation.
Comes with a little bottle of Dawn.
Right. But I do want to see what they can do with Airtight. I think it'd be fun. Obviously, they would minimize the color to an extent, but yeah, I want to see what they can do with him. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And then this guy must be coming, has to be coming, right? And I think we all need him. We all want him. And if we can't get our Vietnam version, then we'll take our V2 version right here. And then I want another pet combo, and I'll take this guy. If it can't be Voltar, then I want this son of a bitch right here.
Evil Max.
Yeah, like I want Evil Max and his minion Spearhead. Yeah, I just think this would be fun. And I like this color combo because we don't really have, I don't think we have this color combo in this orange and tan.
No, not yet. No.
Color. So I'd like to see that. And I think, and finally, ladies and gentlemen, give me my damn Dress Blues Gung Ho, you sons of bitches. Let's go. What's wrong with you? We've got all these 60th anniversaries and all this shit. Give me my Dress Blues Gung Ho immediately. Now. I mean, literally, I want it shipped at this very moment. So those are my replacements. And the ones I'd definitely get rid of if I could.
Some good ones.
A few. You had some good ones too. And we had some commons on there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave, they have to change the logo again, but but the Dress Blues though, that may be a copyright. Yeah, it might be a copyright the same as the logo. So.
But that's a workaround, right? If that's the biggest problem we got, you know what I mean? If that's the biggest issue we got,
maybe Ace will make Dress Blues Gung Ho and get around all them copyrights.
Right. So. Now, Turk, I'm with you on the Moccasin. And that is a small enough vehicle. They can easily do that and service everybody in that way.
It's coming.
100%. I mean, I am definitely down with that. And yeah, it has to be coming, right? Like we need that for Copperhead. We have to have that.
Yeah, because I don't have a sawed-off double barrel for him anymore, so at least give him his boat.
Damn, ain't that a bitch?
That thing was like $13 plus
Yeah,
shipping.
I believe it. Shit, it was probably like $24.99 when it's all said and done. Maybe more than that. No, I get it, man. That's terrible.
I'm so pissed. All right, so our G.I. Joe resolutions, these try to get through these. I have 7, and so we might run over a little bit because I want to get through all of them.
That's
so
all right, man.
you guys hang in. I'm awake now, so you guys hang in with us. These will probably be funny. 24 people still hanging in with us. Hit that like if you don't mind. I remember to say that twice. I can't believe it. Would you want to go back and forth on these? I think that will be more fun.
Yeah, that's fine. I had to,
Okay.
you sent me your list, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't step on those, so I purposefully pulled a few that wouldn't do that. So
right.
yeah, I think we done pretty good.
All right. Well, let's. I'll do my first one, and then you can do your first one, and we'll just go back and forth. That way, we can advance to the next slide and call it back up. How's that sound?
Yeah, and look, I don't have slides per se. I have text, so I'll be reading them.
Okay.
As your favorite character.
Oh, that's always fun.
So
I know
away.
I know who one of them is gonna be right now.
You have to know one of them.
One that you're probably surprised I didn't pick. So
I am.
Right. So mine do actually have some backstory on some of them that I'll have to do some exposition on. Not so much on this first one. So for Jinx here. So Jinx's New Year's resolution was really, really simple. She's had a lot of bad luck, and Jinx just really wants to quit dating losers.
Wow. Okay. I get it.
She keeps picking some of the most unfit, unsuitable suitors that are possibly out there. So Jinx, good looking chick, she's got a lot of stuff going for her, but she just keeps picking dudes like this. So Jinx's resolution is to stop dating losers.
I fully understand that. I think a lot of us have probably had that kind of resolution maybe in the past, but I guess mostly probably chicks probably have that resolution where the rest of us maybe it's a little different, but I can see where girls would have that resolution for sure. Let's see. Okay, well, I will share, since I can pull these up quickly anyway, so I will share this one right here. Let's see, and let me add him to the stage.
There he is. I knew it.
You knew it was coming. I was going to say, well, I'll just leave him on my Chrome tab because it ain't going to work like that. Okay, so Roadblock's resolution for the new year, okay? Hang on. me. In the coming year, I'll cook less meat. I'll make squash, carrots, and lots of beets. But I can't let go of my favorite treat, a big old helping of pickled pig's feet.
Oh my God. Love it. I knew my boy was going to be in there somewhere. So
I couldn't,
turkey and nuts.
I couldn't help myself. You knew.
And the body massage.
Fucking stupid.
All right, so let's see. So my next one here. So this guy, he takes a lot of shit from the guys that work for him, work underneath him, and he's for a long time he's had such a god complex, but he finally got tired of hearing enough people talk shit, and he realized that he needed to get some help. So for the new year, Serpentor has resolved to check himself into speech therapy for repeatedly saying, "This I command," and "Cobra la 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 la," and I don't have it, or I'd have played it. I know you've got it. I don't have it.
It's somewhere. It's on my stream, on my StreamYard,
Yeah.
but I can't.
So Serpentor has finally decided to get speech therapy because that's all he can manage to say is, "This I command." Look, he just keeps repeating himself over and over right here. So.
I had a feeling. It had something to do with, and you mentioned it at the top of the stream, actually. Put a pin in it.
I did. I said, remember that.
Put a pin in it. Okay. So,
He has multiple men's DNA inside him.
whoa. Holy,
Serpentor.
holy, I know somebody like that. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes resolution for 2026 is translated into I resolve to work on my breakdancing skills to go out to the Olympics and pick a better outfit than Boy George this year.
I thought for sure it was going to be stop getting in Scarlett's closet. Yeah. See, like stops cross dressing. And I didn't tell you guys. So when I did finish, I didn't tell you guys about the cross dressing. No, I finished Stranger Things, but what I did start watching was Monster, the Ed Gein story. On Netflix.
Oh, yes.
So, and I just finished the first episode tonight, and the cross dressing just triggered me.
And let's just pause it right there.
Yeah. And all of a sudden it stops on Krusty Old Crow's cat.
Snake Eyes is going to give Ray Gun a run for her money.
That's right. Damn. I need to find, you can't hardly find pictures of that anywhere, or the video. It has been erased from the internet.
Yeah, they wanted to scrub the living shit out of that whole thing. That's for sure.
They sure did. All right, so
oh gosh.
So my next one here is backstage. So this guy's had a bit of an issue, and you remember mine. I told you mine as I got about halfway through them, I realized had a theme running through them. This guy got caught. He was in the barracks, and he got caught because you would think this guy would know better, but he got caught looking at porn on a G.I. Joe issue laptop by CoverGirl and Scarlett. So Mainframe's New Year's resolution is to stop watching so much Pornhub, and if he can't, he's got to stop doing it on G.I. Joe issue computers. And I did a couple versions of this, but I like this one the best because it's actually Mainframe. So
yes.
this one Mainframe, I don't believe it. And I don't know who Mank is. Maybe that's the site he was looking at, but he just Mank. So maybe he was looking at mank.com.
Minge.com? Is that
Yeah,
what you said?
I don't know.
Minge.com?
And then here's the other version of this. I like this one too. Like, you see his eyes there where he's
Look
watching.
at the reflection.
Yeah.
In the glasses. That's
He-
freaking beautiful.
He just accidentally logged on to Two Girls, One Cup right here. But I didn't go with this for the main one because I don't know what this is unless maybe it's like his conscience. Yeah, like this little mini dude standing here.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's like maybe that's his own conscience watching, and he's
It
like
could be.
shell-shocked.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, that makes sense.
But I thought those were pretty good. So Mainframe's resolution is
Shit.
to stop looking at porn on GI Joe computers.
Well, I gotta say, not a bad resolution to actually have. Let's not kid ourselves, right? Like, not a bad one at all.
Looks angry. It must be buffering.
Especially on those government issued computers. Okay, I have one that's off the beaten path, but I could not help myself. Crimson Guardsman number 301. I resolved to win Yard of the Month in my suburban neighborhood without using mind control spores on the HOA president. I also promised to stop humming Cobra La 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 during the community's 4th of July picnic.
Just random Crimson Guard.
Number
does.
301.
That's pretty good because he does look like he's on the phone with the HOA president.
I mean, he's probably getting a phone call about the color of the fence in the front yard. Or maybe his roof has one shingle that's out of place, right?
needs to trim them hedges.
Don't we all? Hey!
You do.
All right. So, yeah, Crimson Guardsman number 301. See ya.
G.I. Jetman, I can't wait to meet you guys at Joe Fest. Can't wait to meet you either.
Man. Yes,
It's a good
sir.
time. So this next one, this chick's had a bit of a problem lately. Not lately, she's always been this way, but she finally got called out on it, and Pythona has made a resolution to stop showing everybody her clam right after she meets them. And it is time to fulfill their destiny.
Oh my
with her
God.
clam. Soon as she meets this dude, I'm Pythona. Now it's time to fulfill your destiny and my clam.
I think we've all known somebody like that. Like, they just can't stop. Like, they're addicted to just showing the clam to everybody.
Just
And
everybody.
Pythona fits that description. She's there.
She
It's
definitely does.
might need a little therapy, a little medication, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe some spores from
She needs some-
globulus.
She needs some spores, all right.
Let's see. I was gonna try to. All right, let's just grab a picture of her real quick. That's the best I can do.
Todd says you can't miss Pop. He's the only furry at Joe Fest.
That's true.
He was twice in a row.
That is true. All right, so we'll bring up this photo. We'll bring up this. Whoa. We'll bring up this picture right here for your pleasures, I guess I should say.
Serpentor shows his snake all the time.
Actually, I guess I have a couple pictures I can show. The first one will be this right here. And let's see. There it is. Okay, let's just share this one. Let's share this window right here.
Uh-oh.
We gotta love these images of bareness, right? Like we all enjoy these. I think we do. And then we have this one here, which I'm not exactly sure what this is, but the baroness. Her resolution is, I resolve to find a high-grade industrial strength lubricant for my leather suit, so I can sneak up on a G.I. Joe without sounding like a squeaky hinge. I also plan to stop accidentally losing Destro's expensive silver polishing cloths whenever we have an argument.
I have so many questions as to why she squeaks when she walks. Is it because of the suit, or is Destro that lucky?
Or is it something else?
Yeah.
We'll never know, and she'll never tell.
That's pretty good.
Stupid.
Let's see. She posted asking what everyone thinks of her posting spicy pics. Joe Fence asked if we saw what Slaughter Daughter posted today. I did not. I don't follow her, so I did not see it. A little bit of backstory.
Okay.
For my next one here, not a lot. So, Scarlett made a resolution to finally try and talk Duke and Snake Eyes into an open relationship.
Oh, wow.
And she surprises them both by showing up at a therapist appointment without telling the other that the other was coming.
Oh, sure.
To the appointment. And I have no idea what Snake Eyes is pointing at here, but that but I love the look on Duke's face. as they talk to the counselor. She's explaining very angrily why she needs to be in a relationship with both of them.
Isn't it always the way? Gotta have a way out, right? Gotta have a way out.
And
that's just not right. I think it'd be the other way around, actually.
And this guy is sitting here going, what the fuck? He's like, I've never heard any shit like this before. Look at this chick. Poor Duke's just exasperated. And like, I should have just went with Cover Girl. But I just, the Snake Eyes pointing, like, show us where she touched you.
Show us the bad place. Show us the bad place.
Snake Eyes is pointing to Rise of Cobra Ripcord.
It's just not right, folks. Like, it's just not right.
It's where the evil blonde man touched Snake Eyes.
Hey, the lights were out.
That's right.
You know, and then everybody's like, whose dick is this?
Snake Eyes, safe word.
Translation. This is really fun. All right. So, all right. Let's see if I can get it here. All right. Cobra Commander. His resolution. I will wait at least 10 full minutes into a battle with G.I. Joe before screaming, retreat, retreat, retreat. And also, find my blasted hood. Where did I put that damn thing?
This I command.
For all of us classified figures, where did he place that hood?
He has never made it 10 minutes into a battle, so that's going to be a tall order for old Cobra Commander this year.
Retreat!
All right. So this next one, guy's been hiding a secret
Uh-oh.
for a long time, and nobody ever suspected that this about him just because of who he is and what you know about him. But this is the year that Wild Bill has finally made the resolution to tell the rest of the Joes he's a vegan.
No!
No brisket,
No!
no pork.
No tomahawks.
He's having tofu scramble.
Oh no! And it's on the board twice that week.
It was the special 2 days that week. So it's the vegan minute, which is not menu, but maybe in another language.
And like the green goodness bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But not only are they having tofu scramble, they're having tofu
tofu scrammer and burger. Beyond Burger down there, that's Friday. So you see all this kale and shit. He's got a kale shake with the lime in it, and he's finally decided that it's time. He tells the Joes that he doesn't eat meat. And what kind of Texan won't eat brisket or pork? Well, apparently Wild Bill. And it took me a long time to get this picture right. So this was what I started off with. And I do like the menu better, but
I like the menu better.
Beet burgers and Sprilla smoothies, smooth OEs.
Him and Roadblock could get together on them beet burgers. Roadblock's resolution. Make more veggies with some beets.
I really like this one, and I had to find an actual cartoon picture of Wild Bill and redo it. But I like they're, instead of the bar, they're sitting at this like community table with all of these fucking yuppies with their smoothies and salads.
And look how happy they are that they don't get to enjoy life's goodness.
Yeah.
Probably in California with Wild Bill. He probably landed the dragonfly somewhere out there in the middle of Malibu.
He had to plug it in. He had to land it and plug it in somewhere to charge.
It's not even allowed out there. What are you talking about? Oh, that's beautiful. Not Wild Bill.
Yeah, not so Wild Bill. Matthew got it. Yeah. So I like those two. So I actually have had to find a cartoon picture, and the best one I found was him pulling his pistols. So
I can't argue that. Somebody said he was missing a finger, but I don't think so. I think
on
he's
his right hand.
1, 2, 3, 4,
nope,
5.
They are right.
I think he's all set. I'm surprised, but as we've learned, AI has gotten better with fingers.
Well, Gemini, I don't think I've ever had one on Gemini screw the fingers up.
Really? Now, Triple D says there is a guy in the previous picture missing a finger, but there's so many people in there, I could buy it, right? Like somebody had a horrible like meat slicing accident, and that's why they're a vegan now. Like I could totally buy that. But I don't know. Look, count them up.
I don't see any.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Oh, no, it's hidden behind the bowl. It's hidden behind the bowl. Bowly. He's got a piece of broccoli.
That's what I was going to say. He's got a broccoli floor.
He had his drink, and he took like the garnish, and then he kind of stuck it here to keep it pressed against the glass. He's like, man, I'm going to eat on that
cold.
in a minute. I'm going to take a bite out of that.
And he is the only one that doesn't have a garnish.
He's holding the green cup.
Nope, that dude doesn't have a garnish.
I think they've improved the technology because you can see the pinky snuck down in there, right?
1, 2, 3, 4.
It is snuck in there. We have solved it, and now Skynet is ready to take over. How many more do you have?
I have one more, but I have 3 versions of the picture.
Okay. Wow. I have a couple really funny ones.
All right, go for it. Go
I have
ahead.
a couple really funny ones. I don't necessarily need a picture of him, but I'll bring one up real quick, just to have something to go off of. Let's see here.
Damn, Jetman, can AI give me new fingers? I don't think it's
God
that
damn.
advanced yet. So,
Yeah,
wait,
I got-
just wait.
I was
got-
gonna say,
Elon's
you know,
got that chip, so
that's
maybe.
true. So and you know that I don't know, but hey, yeah, you never know, right? Okay, so God, I didn't know this was gonna be this fucking hard to find a picture of this son of a bitch. Jeez Louise.
Soylent Green people. I need to rewatch that. I haven't watched Soylent
hey.
Green in a long time.
All right, I think I found a good picture to use. Oh Jesus, I didn't realize it was going to be this difficult. All right, well I'll use this one anyway, just for shits and giggles. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here, and we'll just go there. Okay, Beachhead. I finally resolved to. I resolved to finally wash my baklava after 3 years of seasoning it with the sweat and discipline of stubbornness.
And he don't wear deodorant either.
Stinky motherfucker.
Yeah. Smelling like Joe Fest in this motherfucker.
All right, here we go. Boom. Bring this dude up right here. Please be just a regular picture. Yeah, I'll blow through these quickly because I want you to be able to finish up here. Okay, share this tab instead. Add to the stage. Where is it at? Oh, no, guess not. Come on.
Hey, dog.
There it is. Okay. How about this? The Bat Unit 4022. New Year's resolution. I resolve to walk around the giant glowing danger explosives barrels this year instead of directly through them.
That'd be a good one.
That would probably be a good one. And then tell you what, I'll finish up my last one because I want you to have the last one. And it only really makes sense. This is a perfect. Oh God, this is a perfect picture, if there ever was one. Okay, and here we go.
You're right. That is perfect. And I don't even know what you're going to say.
Dr. Mindbender. His resolution. I resolved to stop using my brainwave scanner to find out who keeps stealing my leather strap and codpiece, polishing cloths and lotion from the lab.
It's the Baroness. She's already admitted it.
Yeah, they kind of sound the same.
No, she's stealing Destro's polishing cloth when she's
It
mad
is the
at
Baroness.
him. She's got the lube.
Son of a bitch.
She's got the lube.
Bitch of a bitch. Yes. So, yeah, he's going to try to find out who's been stealing his codpiece and his leather strap, polishing cloths, and lotion. And you're right. I think it is the Baroness.
Maybe it's that, oh, shit. What was the episode with the...
no.
Into your tent, I will silently creep.
Oh, wow.
With the little robot dog thing that's stealing the Joe's shit. He keeps stealing Cross Country's radio.
Was that not the very last episode of the Sunbow series?
Of season 2? I don't know. I bet Viper Scout knows.
I think it was.
Maybe.
I think it was the very last episode. I could be wrong.
Jetman says yes. It was.
Yeah, I think it was.
That outfit's got to be hard on the
Yeah.
nipples.
Yeah, can you imagine wearing some shit like that? And then they're like suspenders, so they're always pulling the codpiece up, right? Like all, I mean, the pants up, which means come on,
Just rubbing against his junk all the time.
sweet baby Jesus.
Somewhere Crimson Guard 301 is sniffing a cod piece.
It's Viper
That's
Scout. Gets
what he
it
was on the
right.
phone. That's what he was on the phone about. He was on the phone. Mind
Yeah,
bender
yeah.
about the cod piece.
Matthew, I will tell you this. The next time we go live, where's it at? I got to hear it. I want to hear you do your best impression.
Of Dr. Mindbender.
No, of anything. Especially reading it. Yes, it's balaclava. I know it is. But yeah, when you're reading it and doing an impression, it's not that easy. And also, I went to public school in Tennessee. So you have to understand.
Right.
Yes, next time we go live, I want Matthew to give me his best impression.
Any impression. But
Anyone can use a weapon, but the ninja is a weapon. Behold!
That's so goofy.
and since it's already been said once.
Like a Judy chop.
So, all right, so I got one more, and again, a little bit of backstory with this, and I worked on the picture and I couldn't get it exactly how I wanted it, so I got to do a composite by showing you guys 3 different versions of it for you to get the whole idea. So a little bit of exposition for this. So as we know, because we just talked about it a couple weeks ago, after the events of Cobra Claws are coming to town, Destro's molecular reducer enlarger is kept in G.I. Joe evidence lockup. But little do the Joes know that Shipwreck has been sneaking it out when he goes on leave to exotic ports. And he got caught sneaking it back onto the flag. As it turns out, he's been using it on his junk before hitting brothels in these exotic ports. So making a resolution as part of his treatment / punishment is Shipwreck resolves to stop stealing the junk reducer enlarger. So here he is coming out of the Sailor's Delight. All these women got the red light district. I don't know why the USS Constitution is back there. So here he is. They're all watching him leave because they're all still in awe because he's got the molecular reducer enlarger that he used on his junk. So here he is walking in, but it couldn't get him right, and it kept giving him this M4 203 thing, and it looked like he was walking into a Victorian party. So but again, you got the Monitor and the Merrimack back there in the fucking background. And then the other one where I actually used the weapon here as he's walking down the seedy streets of the red light district with the actual
What happened to it?
reducer enlarger. The only picture I could find of it was the one where Destro's holding it after it's broken. So he used this thing so much on his junk that he broke it, screwing it back together. And back here you got these people like, look at those guys. He just banged all of them. Look at that guy go. So there's your pictures of Shipwreck walking out of the brothel, the Sailor's Delight.
A very young, newly recruited Shipwreck.
Yep. That's why these ships are so old.
Oh my God. That's That's pretty freaking good. The Sailor's Delight.
That was all Gemini. I said a brothel on the waterfront, and then
Okay.
I added red light district, and then I had
That's
to put in a
good.
picture of the gun, and it never would give me actual shipwreck. I couldn't get it to give me actual shipwreck. All of these dumb AI pictures I've made and used shipwreck, and I
Yeah.
could not get this one to do actual shipwreck
Even with
the right
the
gun.
yeah, even with like a guide image too.
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
yeah,
that's weird because sometimes it's hit or miss. It's fun to play around with, but you're right. Sometimes it's definitely hit or miss. The one thing we do know is that Shipwreck did not miss with the junk enlarger reducer. It's obviously. So that's a terrible resolution to have to make. It's like, okay, like I'm going to stop using it. It's a false representation of myself. So what he does is he uses it one last time before he puts it up. And he enlarges, he uses the enlarger, and then he hands it back to the evidence lockup, right?
he got caught when he had to reboard the flag when he got back on. He finally got caught. God knows how many times he snuck that thing out and enlarged and reduced his jump.
And then when he was handing it back, they're like, damn, Shipwreck, what'd you do to your leg? It's swollen as shit.
This damn thing broke while I was in there. You gotta wait on the swelling to go down. Yar. Oh shit. Oh, that was fun.
He
I
needs
love
to
these.
shrink some of those clams.
He needs to get together with Python.
That's a good one too. Stop showing your clam to everybody. Jesus,
Right
we're
after
done
you
with it,
meet 'em.
lady. We're done with it.
I was trying to find the section where it actually opens. It's got the BT in there. So.
It's beautiful.
Oh shit. So all right, so there's our stupid resolutions for some Joes for 2026. I don't know how 21 of you guys are still here, but thank you.
Hey, yeah, really appreciate it.
Paulie gouged his eyes out for sure.
As much as it's really like, we could easily probably be on StreamYard, not even live and doing this probably, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you got to see this picture I made. It's like, oh, you got to look at this. So yes, the fact that there's 21 people still hanging out is fantastic, especially after 3+ hours.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I think it's time to call it a night. What do you got going on over on the Pop Blender channel?
Been releasing some shorts from Matthew and I stream. I did a few from last week. I'm going to do a few more tonight. StreamYard has a AI program that it's not perfect, but it, if you give it time, it will create some shorts for you that you can release. You can connect your account to Instagram and all that stuff, whatever, and or save the videos, and then you can release them that way or as shorts or whatever, and reels and stuff. So I'll be doing that. That's been kind of fun just to do, the shorts. I've got a couple from last week that hit over a K. That's not, for a short, that's not a lot. But definitely something I want to do, and at least it's built into StreamYard. So, yeah, if you guys check it out and you go to my channel, you might see some pretty funny shorts or a couple of them from Matthew and I stream. And then, Sunday night, I will be going on Sunday night because I definitely have some stuff I want to talk about. And one of those in particular, whether you're interested or not, I don't know, but the feminization of the NFL. And I've got some interesting pictures and information to share on that stream that I think is pretty interesting to me anyway. So so I'll be going on Sunday night, on my channel, and then again next week on Tuesday with Matthew as always. So
And you've been You probably got a backlog of stories too for Sunday.
I do, because I haven't gone on, in a few weeks. So I need to get back in the saddle for sure. And seeing that the Steelers play on Monday night, I actually will be able to jump in and do Sunday night. Because I'm not going to lie to you. If they were playing on a Sunday night, man, like I told you, I'm a diehard. Like, I am a diehard. So, and last Sunday night, I had my son over. We were, all into that game and everything. But yeah, so Sunday night for sure. And then, I will be talking about some football on Sunday night. So for those that are interested, please stop by, and you're more than welcome to jump in, and I'll show as many comments as I can, for sure. So we'll be talking a little football, and then some, I'm just going to put it out there, the Minnesota Great Somalian Daycare fraud scandal that is happening, and this thing is about to blow the absolute lid off of several states that have been illegally funding these illegal immigrant or legal immigrant daycare centers and other businesses. This thing is about to get really huge.
Good. I'd like to hear more about that, because I don't know a whole lot about that story. So
yeah, it's fascinating. And dude, I'm telling you, when you see the amount of money, the amount of free money that people are getting where they have no children in their daycare, there's none, there's no furniture, there's no nothing, there's no food, and they're getting like tens of millions of dollars from taxpayers. Yeah, it'll piss you off. So it's fascinating, but yeah, and really quickly,
what's Caleb? Is that the NFL story?
It's Bears quarterback Caleb Williams. It's not necessarily about Caleb, but we're talking about ownership, co-ownership, team presidency, as well as some of these social programs that the NFL's been pushing, and it seems like a very concerted effort to basically feminize the league, and not exactly what it sounds like, but I'll talk about it Sunday. You guys will get an idea, and I will show you the proof. Like, I will show you the proof. It's in the pudding. Yeah, quickly, G.I. Jet, man. We didn't, and you know this, Darren. We didn't have a team down here. So, in the 70s, late 70s, as early as I can remember, our neighbors were from Pittsburgh across the street. They were diehard fans. And I just thought it was the coolest thing. So that's how I became a huge Steelers fan.
Yeah, and same osmosis. That's pretty much the same for me, as I knew the people he's talking about and was around them all the time growing up. So kind of absorbed it as well.
I'll tell you what, you guys.
A lot of Steelers fans in Tennessee. There's a lot.
You're right. A lot of them moved down here after a lot of the steel mills closed and the job market dried up there in the 60s and stuff, 70s, and a lot of people moved down here to Tennessee to work at some of our auto factories and stuff. And so there are a lot of Steelers fans. They're all over the country because they moved all over. But if anybody's interested, it sucks because I have to work Monday night. If I wasn't working Monday night, I would absolutely live stream the game, my reaction to the game. I wouldn't necessarily show it, but I would definitely live stream me watching the game. But that'd be a little difficult because I have to work Monday nights. So it is what it is.
Yeah. And Matthew said, remember the book from the 90s, Learn the Government Loopholes to Make You Money? Remember that ad on TV? And I said,
with the question marks on his suit and stuff?
I said Andrew Lesko, but Stu says Matthew Lesko. I was thinking Andrew, but I know the same. We're talking about the same one.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Had the big ass glasses. Learn how to make money.
Absolutely.
With my book. Yeah. We need that guy in classified.
Who knows? For all we know, a few of the millionaires that are out there right now that own some of these businesses might have actually bought into that. Those ads used to come on while I'd be watching X Play and Attack of the Show.
Yeah.
on G4 TV.
Yep. I remember that dude. I would have never thought about him again if he hadn't have said that. But yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that dude.
Yep.
Yep. Riddler's type coat with dollar bill signs, question marks. It was
Yeah.
it was question marks.
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
so over here on the 3-star draw on the YouTubes, I don't really have anything to review. Everything I've got that I need to open, stuff I've already got. So just I'll be back and be in the chats hanging out. I'll be back here with Krusty Old Crow next Wednesday for Backyard Battlefield. Punk is doing a Punk's Pit Friday. I may jump on there. I don't know, probably, but other than that, that's it. I do have an idea that I need to start working on for the next Cobra News now. I got 2 ideas that I want to work on, and I need to start setting those up and filming them. And a little secret is Tuco Viper is going to explore diversity in G.I. Joe.
Okay.
And we're also going to meet the Cobra News Now weatherman.
All right. Oh, can't
Have
wait.
no idea how long it's going to take to get this done, but those are the ideas. So we'll see how they come out. Other than that, that's all I got going on. Just hanging out in the chats, hanging out with you fine folks. And that's all I got. We'll see you guys. Had a good time. Thanks for being here. And
Yeah, appreciate it, everybody.
we'll see you guys in
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Get ready for a surprise.